I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know, walking the same ways 100 of times with the same soul. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind? Talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind? It's gonna be hard. I'm here, here and trying.
I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired.
Is working. Let's go, boys. Sorry about that. Took me a second to figure out what the hell was going on with my microphone settings. Just nothing was happening for one reason or another. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day today, boys. And it's time for some more 5v5 1v1 duels. Now, I asked a couple of you, should we do some live or PTR? And I got a unanimous, let's get the PTR stuff going. Quite a lot of you guys have either been doing TBC or hanging out on PTR, man. I don't blame you, dude. A lot of us are waiting for patch 9.1. They're doing a lot of good PvP changes, man. These honor towns look fantastic. Some of the Covenant stuff and the Covenant Legos, you guys are exploring and you guys are actually having a lot of fun with. So that's really, really good. Boys, we are going to be diving into PTR 9.1 duels. We'll see how it goes. If for some reason, and it's just like back of my thought, because some of you guys really want to do live as well, you know what we could do? We could try PTR. Because last week, for example, but also last week we had that event with devs where we did duels and then we did BGs with devs and then we did skirmishes to try to run into devs. This week we'll try to do PTR. We'll start with it. We'll see how it goes. If for some reason we are struggling to get people together for PTR, because so many people are used to, it's really difficult to break the habit of, okay, we do duels, let's say on EU every Friday, non-PTR, live EU, and it's like, I guess people get used to doing EU duels at a certain day at a certain time. And then it's like when we change the schedule, it's like, what's going on? Something's off. Something's different. Where's my spectator? There he is. That's what I was looking for, is my spectator character. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. All of you having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's try to get some group together. If for some reason we can't, we'll hop back on live, have some fun, come back to PTR tomorrow, since most boys are used to doing PTR duels on a Saturday. Let me change the WoW here real quick as well. Dude, 9.1 is actually doing so much cool stuff. I'm actually so excited for it. I just cannot wait for it to finally get here. That's literally all I'm waiting for, is just when do we get the announcement? When do we get the information from Blizz? Just let us know exactly when this thing is going to be out, dude. Are the rumors true? Is it going to be on the 29th of this month? Just let us know, Blizzard. Just give us a time frame, man. Let us know. You guys already have a date planned. Why wait? What are you guys waiting for? You got what, E3 happening, I think, this weekend? Starting tonight? Today? Is it E3 or is it game convention of some sort? Hold on, what is it? Is it E3 this week? I think it is. Yes. It is E3. Honestly, I kind of want to watch E3 too. I think a lot of people are watching E3. They're doing, has Blizzard ever done anything big for E3? There's a bunch of stuff like Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Panel, Bandai Namco Nintendo, E3 Award Show, Ubisoft, Xbox, Square Enix, Warner Bros, PC Gaming Show. I don't think Blizzard ever has anything available during those events. But like, what are they waiting for is my question. I'm spending all my time on FXIV. Content is still garbage. Yo, what's up, Minimalist Monk? How you doing, my guy? How you liking it, my dude? Hope you liking FXIV, man. Yeah. Yeah, quite a lot of people are like, I guess quite, you see it, I think you see it everywhere, whether you watch like Asmon, whether you watch Bellular or whatever, people talking about XIV at some point or another. But yeah. Yeah, man, I think it's a perfect opportunity to try it. It's very similar to World of Warcraft. Like, if you want that tab targeting itch with something new to do, something different, they have a lot of classes that are very similar to WoW classes. Except a lot of them do take, in my opinion, a while before they really open up. Like, you're gonna end up using, for damage and rotation, like 2 abilities. And I was wondering, like, in WoW, like, so you basically use damage and abilities till level 30, but it's not the same as WoW level 30, because a lot of the WoW levels have been condensed. It's 120 levels condensed into like 50 levels, and then you have the level 50 to 60 grind, which is the Shadowlands stuff. So I guess it is slightly different, because they still have like expansion by expansion progression, like WoW used to have. Great story. I'm glad you like it, dude. I tried the story, I just couldn't get into it. Except for like the X-Packs, but the base game story, I just wasn't for me. Except last time I said that, I had people down my throat about it. How dare you not like it? I'm like, okay, I guess I won't say anything. Jeez. 5 out of 5 ready to go with Alex. Let's go, boys. Hey man, glad you're liking it. Секрет, надеюсь, у тебя, мне все нормально, Архи. Все хорошо, мой друг. Все нормально, все норма. All right, Alex is ready. Do we have another 5-man group over on PTR today, boys? We have another group over on the PTR. Base game I'll give you is dry and boring, but the expects are straight fire. It makes you wonder, like, because they do have like a level skip, but then they're kind of like WoW has a level boost, but then they also have a story skip, and I'm like, come on, can you just combine those together in a bundle or something? Because if you can do boost, but then you won't be able to skip the story. I wonder if it's possible to like level without the need for the story stuff. Buy the story skip potion, just kind of grind out in dungeons until high enough level, and then you can like play the story that you wanna. 3 out of 5, awesome, Arthur. How you doing, my guy? Dude's getting it on. Hi, my man. What's up, Ado? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're having a good one. I've been enjoying a little bit of TBC in my free time, man. I tried to give FFX another go recently. I had Rogue level to like close to 20. I want to say like 13, 14, maybe 15. Maybe past that, because I think I'm at a point where I'm about to get. It goes from Rogue to Ninja over there in that game. You go from like a class to a job or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about basically when I say that kind of stuff. I just don't play the game that often. When I was playing, I was like, okay, I guess this is fine. And then I got in a dungeon. I was like, man, these things take a while. And with an array of 2 abilities, I guess if you count the stun, which in WoW wouldn't really count CC as part of like rotation abilities, and like a defensive. And I guess you do have that stealth opener ability, which you can use in once in a blue moon. But for some reason, not on bosses. Bosses just get me out of stealth. So I'm basically like pressing 2 abilities and stunning from time to time, which I guess is fine. Ninja's a blast. I guess it's fine. It opens up until later. I think I should be pretty close to getting like Ninja, but I kind of just like lost interest. Just complete lost interest. And then I've been playing some TBC in my free time. I'm thinking maybe get back on that Conan grind, because my guildies I think found a server to play on Conan. It's a PvP heavy server, so should be pretty fun. I think I'll join them. But a buddy of mine had been playing TBC, so it's been kind of fun grinding with them. Almost 65 level 65, which is like halfway, which is actually pretty good. It's pretty nice. Like I think I got the talents I needed in order to start leveling properly. I'm not having to sit down and drink for mana constantly because I'm playing the shaman in there, and I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit, sorta. You're more an alliance? Sounds good, boys. Yo, Dal, Shaman Enhancement or Hunter field class more fun to play? For me, I'd say Enhancement, dude. Don't get me wrong, Hunter is fun, but I like Survival. Like, I'm not really Beast Mastery Marksman kind of guy. Like, it's weird, Hunter, it's a range class, but like, I really need to give Marksman and Beast Mastery another go, dude. I need to get some gear and really give them another try all over again. But my favorite has been Survival. But if you like, I guess, like, so I guess when you talk about a hunter, it's like, man, my experience with a hunter is weird. I'm not that marksman beastmaster that most of y'all guys are going to be all about. I'd say enhancement for me, because I guess it hasn't been enough in terms of like the changes to marksman and BM that made me like, ooh, I really want to play it a ton. I messed around with it on the alpha and the beta, but it wasn't anything that was like drew me to it, I guess. But that's just me. You know what I mean? Was just guess more for 9-1. Frost Mage or early Shaman? Frost Mages are nutty. They are looking really good at 9-1. Early Shamans are not getting nerfed, so I would imagine they'll be better going into patch 9-1, especially with better gear. Classes that are nerfed, Fire Mage, Affliction Warlock, Boomy, all of them still going to be good, but well, no, this top tier DPS got nerfed, but Elemental Shaman didn't, and it's like in the top 5, and there's only one that didn't get nerfed. Most likely it's going to be good in the next patch. Although, I don't know how I feel about its playstyle in Raid, in single target. Its AoE is fantastic. Love it. A Raid single target, just not a fan of the Frostshock gameplay. You know what I mean? With the Ice Cap, I think it is. Or maybe the Ice Cap is a Frost DK thing. Ice Fury. If I find a Shaman down here, then I might be able to tell you what the talent is. But I think it is... I want to say Ice Fury. I'll see a Shaman here. I'll see a big blue bar. There's a lot of Demon Hunters on here, which I'm very... Shaman. Are you enhancement? Are you resto? Can't even target you. Please. Please, video game. Oh, there you are. Oh, where you going? No. Oh, wait. Hi. Enhancement. Are you elemental? Resto. Where is an elemental shaman? Oh. What? Oh. Ah. That's the one. I don't know why I don't like this ability that much. I feel like the playstyle and rotational thing behind it is just a little weird. Like, it's not terrible if you like the combo playstyle, like the combo with this ability weaves from this ability, then into that ability, into this ability, between Ice Fury, together Master of Elements, together Echo. Actually, I don't remember playing Elemental Blast. How does this play into the rotation? I guess it would play pretty well with Master of Elements, but... Like, I like the fact that every 30 seconds or every minute, you have like a instant cast combo. Especially if you get in procs for Lava Burst. But I played with it enough in BFA, and I'm kind of just got bored of that playstyle. Like, it's just not for me. It was pretty cool because it was like, wait, oh, this combines, oh, combo. But then after a while, like, I guess it just like wore off for me. Maybe I gotta give it a go as a Night Fae, because I heard Night Fae is looking really good for Elemental. What's up, brother? What's up, for Gory, my man? Need 2 more in Alliance? Yo, boys, just looking for 2 more for Athaman over on the PTR servers. If you guys need a way to join the PTR servers on the LFG side of things, here we go. This is how you join in, boys. And we're gonna pin it. So go to Player vs Player Premium Group Custom VP, find the group, and look for Athaman. There's not going to be a lot of groups. You don't need to search anything in particular. Just looking for the groups is going to be enough. But yeah, Athaman got 3 out of 5. Alex got a 5 out of 5. We're ready to go. Just need 2 more in Alliance, and we're good. I think that for Boomy is still good. Yeah, I still think it's going to be good. I imagine it's going to be tough to like make Boomy Fae bad. Would I prefer the Druids had other covenants that they could play? Yes. I do think that Fae is way too strong for Druids. And I would love to see more Venthyr Druids, or Kyrian Druids, even Necrolord Druids. I think it would be awesome if a lot of them were a little closer. So, Night Fae getting nerfed, I don't see as a bad thing at all. I'm hoping it won't be enough to kill off Night Fae. I don't think it will be. But, I mean, they got a Covenant Lego, right? They got that one big old Covenant Lego. Which one is it? The Night Fae Lego. Why is it Druid at the bottom? So it's just sprites. Convoke, duration, and cooldown are reduced by 50%. So a minute long convoke with a 2-second channel, but during the 2-second channel you have an increased chance to use exceptional spell abilities to more surges. So in a single convoke for a minute, basically this lines up with celestial alignment better, and every minute you have mini bursts in between, which lines up a lot better cooldown wise. I mean, could this replace boats? I think it could. The extra mastery you get from Naya too, every minute, it still will, like the Naya mastery buff, right? So Naya Soulbind is the kind where it'll give you mastery every time you use a Covenant ability, but the longer the cooldown of your Covenant ability, the more mastery you get. So it's a very short ability, very short CD, it won't give a lot of mastery. If it's a long CD, it'll give you a big amount of mastery. So Convoke is a 2-minute cooldown, so it gives you like 600 mastery or something like that. So PTR is dead, can't get anybody. We could always go to live. We could always go to live. Yeah, I think we could always go live, man. We go live? I'm thinking maybe we go live today. Do live duels. Because PTR does look like it. Okay. Let's go live. We go live. All right, boys. Scrapping the idea of PTR duels today. Looks like we're going live today, man. Let me change the title real quick, just so I can take the PTR out of the title name. We'll do PTR tomorrow. How does that sound? We'll do what we usually do and do PTR tomorrow. How does that sound? Do. They say Frostmage will be nice. Venthyr is looking nice for it. Venthyr is looking nice for that ice. Besides the terrible joke, yeah, I think Venthyr is still really good. I really gotta play some Venthyr Frostmage just to figure out the Venthyr playstyle and get the right conduits for it. But yeah, Venthyr Frostmage is really good. I don't still understand, like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around why, because the ability itself doesn't really do much, but the procs it gives is really nice for Frost. And then you also have like this wombo combo of conduits that can give you cooldown reduction in icy veins too, which makes it super consistent. So it's probably going to be really good, yeah. I doubt it's going to be bad. Although I wonder if Necrolord and Frostbolt build might be a potential play too. I still think Venture is going to be the go-to. It seems like the strongest one. Idziemy na live server? Da, idziemy na live serverów. Idziemy na live serverów. Going to live servers, boys. Gotta swap it over, swap gears. Have some live 5v5 1v1 duels. Tomorrow, PTR. Завтра, PTR. I should say it in Russian and English. But yeah, Night Fae I think would be really good. The leg is really, really strong. I do wonder if there'll be any other viable option for Frostmage though in the next patch. I wonder if Kirin will be good, because Kirin and Soulbinds are looking really good too. So I wonder if you might be able to get a cooldown reduction off of the Kirin Soulbind as well. The cooldown reduction that it offers. I wonder if that's a possibility. Alright, Atho, Alex, whenever you guys are ready, put in some groups, going on live servers today, boys. Swapping gears. PTR was kind of, because as I was saying earlier at the very beginning of the stream, it'll probably take us a bit to get some PTR groups together on a Friday, since most people are so used to Friday being a live server duels day, and then Saturday is the PTR duels day. But I know you guys were excited to show off some builds over in PTR, like Atho and Kreiser. You guys were really excited to show some builds. Casino was really excited to get some builds rolling too. We'll do them tomorrow, yeah. What's up in enhanced chat with the PvP? They're pretty decent. Although they're very, very self-healing reliant. Like, they have to go off of heals in order to survive a lot of the damage. If Blizzard can do something to make them a little bit more easier to put together, or they can just have some sort of defensive, like a passive defensive maybe, or an active defensive cooldown, more of them. A passive way maybe, just more defense without having to be super healy heavy. If they can somehow solve that problem, I think they'll be in a good spot. Because then they'll be just tankier on their own. They won't have to be like so heal oriented, which I think will make them just better survivability against like rogues and big bursts. I think it'll be a better trade-off, honestly, because they just generally squishy. But they're a lot of fun. They're really pretty good. They're very CD based, but that's not a bad thing because those CDs are on very short cooldowns. You can go for a more sustained build, like Chicago has done it multiple times on NA live servers, playing more for like a dot. Flame Shock, Ghost Wolves, Constant Wolves, Elemental Shield for Maelstrom Generation playstyle. It worked out really, really well for them. We got ourselves 5 out of 5 with Alex. If you guys want to join your 5v5 1v1 duels over on the EU today, player versus player premier group, custom PvP, and type in 5, enter in the search. Make sure you have all your filters, language filters enabled, in order to be able to find some groups over here. Alex with the 5-man right here. We just need a second group over on the EU. And it'll be good to go, boys. Oi, привет, как дела? Здорово, здорово, QA. Здорово, здорово, как дела, мой друг? Hello, hello, how you doing, my man? Hello, hello. What's up, Archie? Is Archie with Alex? Should we maybe try to see if you can make a second horde group? It looks like hordes have a pretty easy way of getting people together. With Alex already having full group and everything, good to go. Have you guys seen what they've done with the Tezavesh dungeon? The 9-1 new mega dungeon? They had gear that was like upgradable with Valor, and apparently they took that away recently. They took away the Valor upgrades, or the possible Valor upgrades. Athos 3 out of 5. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna see 2 more for the Horde or Alliance side then. It'll be good to go, boys. If you guys want to join the groups for 5v5 1v1 duels over for the day, go to EU. Gotta be you, first of all. Player versus player, premier group, custom PvP. Find the group top number 5. Enter. Find groups in Horde or Alliance, and you're good to go. If you don't see one, you can always make one yourself. We'll start a group called something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. Open up the group, add 4 people to make sure you have 5 men, and you're good to go, and we'll get you guys rolling in. And it will be good to go, boys. You two on Alliance? Yeah, I'll do this. I'm just an announcement in the Discord for Duels, because I said earlier that it's PTR Duels, but I'm pretty sure if I let the boys know, it's EU. Yo, Dalaran, have you ever had a problem with PTR graphics? For some reason, PTR is working with like 0 to 3 FPS in character selection and can't do anything. Make sure that when you're in PTR, check your systems to make sure that you don't have anything like this enabled, like max foreground FPS, max background FPS. Maybe check if there's ambient occlusion or something like that. Ray tracing is disabled because maybe that's causing issues. Make sure you check your graphics in the character selection screen. Maybe there's something that's causing a problem. Or if for some reason in character selection it drops it at 3 FPS, just get in the game. Get in the aspect of the game where you get into an aspect of the game where get anywhere in the game where you do have decent FPS and try to get in. Bro, people to лучше здоровья. Спасибо. Where are folks? That is a good question, boys. That is a very good question. But then again, I think they're waiting for 9-1, man, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe the folks are waiting for that 9-1. We just need, I think, 2 more over on the Alliance. It will be good to go, right? Alliance, Slayer, and Bastion. Wait, what? Alliance, Slayer, in Bastion. Does a Horde have... Okay, I was thinking Alliance, Slayer. Maybe they had the quest where there was more Alliance than Horde out in War Mode or something. Dalaran, ты сводишь меня с ума, Nvidia, и 2 дня со мной. Надеюсь, вам нравится. Так тоже большое спасибо, друзья. Большое спасибо. Archaeological likes that he has 2 videos of him as a shabby pumping. I had a lot of fun with this PTR duels, man. They were great. They're very, very enjoyable. The more variety we get there for classes, the better. I'm surprised we haven't had that many rogues, dude. With rogues getting so many updates. Outlaw rogues. You got the Assassin rogues with Hemotoxin. You got the sub-rogue changes. You got the sub-rogue try things out. I wonder if rogues in general are going to be like super giga nerfed, because some rogues in like Rogue Discord are like really unhappy with some of the changes rogues are getting, like in terms of Cold Blood being gone, crit Lego not working for full 4 seconds, stuff like that. I'm thinking honestly rogues are going to be okay, just because the rogues have really strong legendaries as is. You might end up playing maybe like Akari Soul or something. You get it for like cheap shot Shadow Strikes with like combo Shadow Strikes off of that, which will be huge in its own wake, I think. But we'll see, right? We'll see how it goes. Need 1 more alliance. Good to go, boys. Good to go, man. Let's go. 1 more alliance and we are ready. Warlock, Monk, Rogue, Shadow Priest? Oh, okay. On Posuchi. You mean Assassin will be okay? Assassin's still gonna be fine. Sub will either be CC bot or garbage. You think so? I think some of the new honor talents might make him viable. Got a group ready? Perfect, boys. Perfect. Let's have some fun, yeah? Invite. Spectator, match Alex and Athaman. Here we go, boys. Honestly, I think that might be okay, dude. I should have done some of those BGs with the devs as sub-rogue. We only got to do 1 as outlaw. Only once. I wish I could have done more as sub. They need to do more incentives. They honestly need to allow players to make like, do like a PvP month on PTR. Be like, you can boost any character, any class, any covenant, and you'll be outfitted with the best of the best PvP gear. Here are 2 battlegrounds that will be available to queue for. Only 2. Look, do like small BGs, right? Do like a Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin. Be like, queue for these. Go. Only 2 BGs are available. And allow people to spam queue them. Or maybe do like a 6v6 format so you don't need that many people. Do BGs in like a 6v6 format so players can actually like queue up or something. But like give incentives, because BGs with blues allows people to actually go and test out honor talents, which gives Blizzard data, but having people regularly try honor talents and like when you spawn in, you're like in one area where you can duel each other, like how they did back with BFA Alpha. I think stuff like that would have been really good too. I definitely should consider doing that in the future. When I say DGH on sounds of action, dude, me too. They need to hire you? That'd be interesting, working at Blizzard. I feel like some of the devs there do get flagged for like the things that are not even their fault though. So I feel like I basically would end up being in a similar boat, dude. I don't know if I envy them sometimes of the positions. You know what I mean? You know, there's gonna be like that one dev who's like, man, hey, I made this cool dungeon, and he's the one that's getting like flagged for like tyrannical, how strong the boss and tyrannical. He's like, dude, I'm just the art designer. I don't know what you're talking about. Please, they just get hate for no reason sometimes. If you like certain people get the wrong hate, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Switch. All right, boys, we got us just plenty of rogues here since we are on live and not in PTR. We got us those Kajiks as a rogue in team 1 with Christbat trying out Affliction on the live servers with Archeorc. We got ourselves Christina as well as Abyss, Arhi Voitel, which I think it is just Archeorc, right? Arhi. We got Zuni over on the team 2 with Kit. We got ourselves Athaman charging right in as a Venthia Paladin, although he was actually really excited to play some Necrolord Paladin build. He was legitimately excited to play a Necrolord Paladin playstyle over in PTR. Gonna be a UA getting set up by Christbad. Acid loaded up for Athaman, trying to give Christbad not a lot of room to go. Christbad hanging out under the bridge like a bridge troll. He doesn't realize that he's actually still taking acid damage while he is in here. Just free damage for Atha. Also, while Atha is in there, that is free hammers to throw out. Doesn't even need wings for it. Just throwing as many hammers as we can. Trying to go for a big port next to Christbad. Does go for the stun. There's gonna be no second. See, gonna be a trick out of Christbad with a fear. Anyway, fear onto Atha with a stun right after Malefic Rapture spam rolling in with the fear to follow. Dots are taking down this Paladin with a Dark Glare joining the fight, extending those dots even further. Athaman trying to go for a more defensive play, does get a stun onto the Dark Glare. Christbat not looking all that healthy, does go for a Battle Master Chicken with a big old port, short fear onto Atha, big drain to catch up on quite a bit of that health, and Athaman is still not out of the woods just yet. The Dark Glare is still zapping him from afar. The dots are still rotting the boy down. Shield of Vengeance available, does lock out Christbat on Shadow for a quick second, but not really looking to chase after Christbat, just trying to sit in that Shield of Vengeance for a little bit longer, catch up on health. That is going to be Christbat actually sacrificing his pet. Interesting. So he is playing Grimoire Sacrifice, and he's swapping pets out. I guess he wanted to have a Succubus for the CC on Atha, knowing that the Paladin is going to get the opener, but wants to have the damage from the Grimoire, which does add you quite a few procs of damage for his Affliction. Big Malefic Rapture spams, huge damage to the Atha, does ramp up this Malefic Raptures, does roll down that Rebuke onto the by the Pally. Going to be one more Raptures into Shadow Fury. Malefic Raptures yet again just got so much soul shards. Athaman taking quite a bit of damage from that Warlock setup. More fears, more CC, making sure the dots are rolling heavy. And Atha's taking quite a good amount of sustained damage. Stunned onto Christbat, got himself wings. Is that going to be the big setup with a big drop down onto Christbat? Needs one more hammer, doesn't get it. Throwing down the hammer right just from downtown, but the Drain Life sets up the nice health swap between the two. As Athaman is the one a little bit behind, trying not to go for a fear. That was a rebuke that does miss that fear. And Christbat looking to get himself a better angle. Well, kind of hopped over to Atha. And looks like the dots do break that fear. That's going to be Malefic Rapture with the fear spam onto Atha. I think the fear does DR with a normal fear, doesn't it? Big Malefic Rapture spams onto the Palom. He's going to get himself Shield of Vengeance. The back and forth between these two boys is looking fantastic. Shield of Vengeance popping pretty quickly for Atha. Christbat got himself plenty of mobility with that Soul Shape, running and gunning, while Athaman is slowly melting to those dots. Big blind onto Christbat. Does he get the big go chicken available for that blind? As Atha tried to go for the big hammer, whammer, wings damage. Shadow Fury does not get completely out just yet. Athaman still holding on to Rebuke. Christbat walling this damage off, trying to survive it. Big drain life for Christbat. No interrupts available, trying to get himself at least some healing back. That's going to be bubble for Atha, looking to end this duel. Christbat does have himself the Battle Master Chicken. Atha making sure to catch up on health. And before the dampening comes out, these two have been going at each other's throats for quite a while. Athaman without a bubble and Christbat coming back with full cooldowns though. Athaman better be extra careful with this one. Could be really bad for the boy with the fear for Christbat. Does use the AoE fear around him quite regularly. Going to be full Dark Glare loaded up. Athaman might need to interrupt the Dark Glare stun onto Atha with a full Soul Rod. Big damage available. Trying to escape this Malefic Rapture's line of sight. As long as he doesn't have to worry about getting interrupted by Christbat, he might be okay. Flashlight coming out. Trying to see if he can survive it. The dots are rolling. It's pretty heavy. Christbat's just pretty big haze buff. It's going to be Rebuke missed by Atha. And I think Christbat is going to have a Malefic Rapture's the Ward of Glories is still keeping him alive. 5 that still has the holy power, but does run down over time. Christ, man. Actually picking up a kill as Affliction is not something we see often as a Warlock in 9.0. But he does do it. Big cheap shot by Yawashi. Yawashi making a return for these duels. Very interesting. Big Uwe getting set up. Hey, Yawashi actually, he's normally a male Night Elf. He's now a female Night Elf. Interesting. Cries bad, making sure to fear the rogue out. Gonna be big Shadow Strikes with Yawashi. Did he catch himself a Shadow Meld resells or something? Where did that Shadow Strike come from? Yawashi, though, is rotted up. Has Cloak of Shadows if he needs to. Trying to go for a Fleshka that's going to give him a pretty massive shield. That Fleshka for Dami is actually pretty cool. Big blind onto Yawashi. I mean, Cries bad. As Yawashi is looking to just waddle over next to him. With the succubus, he's stopping him. Trinket side. If he get a shot onto Cries bad, who doesn't really have a way out right now. Does have a chick come back very, very soon. Mortal Coil not available. Does give himself a little bit of a reheal. Trying to juke a kick out of the rogue. Does get to try to go for a stun. Might be able to get some dots into the rogue with the fear to follow. Soul Rod getting set up. Malefic Rapture spam is coming out. Might have to use the gateway here. Cloak of Shadows is up for the rogue. Crisbet doesn't really have a way out of this. Maybe a port. Does have at least some mobility. Yawashi has him on the robes though. Just one more Shadow Strike and that's all he needs with Cold Blood. And I think he might just have a big fear by Crisbet. It's a trinket before even the stun comes out from the rogue. What's the teabag for? Oh no! Did he just teabag? Oh no, dude! Big Necrolord spike coming out for Kajix. Getting the dots on Yawashi. He's going the same. Actually, try to see if he can get away from the other rogue. Not go for the big shadow step play. Kajix is trinketed nothing but the looks of it. I thought he was actually okay. Did he get sapped or something? Did he get himself a full flesh cap? That's going to be Yawashi looking for a bit of a reset. It looks like someone keeping him out in combat. Someone is putting him out in the bad spot. Killed shot by Kajix. Does he go for a full vendetta? Looks like he might not need to. Just mutilates back to back. Does take him out with Zuni X going up for big damage with a Fury of a Loon setup in the opener. Trying to make the most damage happen off the bat. Is going to get a root onto the rogue. Thorns is up. And Kajix is being very, very careful not to damage himself to those thorns. Just trying to stay away from the druid. And the druid just wants to. He's like, come here. Come on. Get in my face. Really hit those thorns. I know you want it. Is Kajix taking a bit of a bait? That's going to be his slime shield as Zuni going for some damage to his own. Big Star surges onto Kajix, trying to get himself a bit of a heal extra. Going to be a battle match striker, trying to get himself as much mobility as possible, just trying to sprint away from the druid ASAP. And that's going to be Zuni trying to stay on his toes, dude. Just stepping onto Kajix's toes is going to hit him with a root, trying to go for a bit of regrowth. Kajix going for advantage. Garrod, aggressive Garrod, big vendetta play is going to use. That's going to be Zuni get himself a massive heal with the frenzied regen. As Kajix got himself cloak evasion, looking for a reset. Zuni trying not to let him get away from that at all. It's going to thrash at the rogue. And since he's playing the Night Fae, he is getting those brambles in there. Is it brambles? Is it briars? Thorns? That is going to be Kajix down for the count. Zuni trying to go for a bit of recovery as Archie just rushing at the boy. Going to be a big convoke defensively. Archie is just literally all over the screen. As Zuni ended up slamming a couple of those star surges into the grounding totem. Zuni caught out at no health at all. Still has a spike from the rogue. And hopefully that spike disappeared by now. Massive regrowth for the boy. Looking for a bit of a reset as Archie got the wolves. Looking for the hunt. And that's going to be Star Surges out of Zuni immediately back in the bear form with a frenzied region. Not staying super defensive at all. It's actually staying kind of aggressive. Thorns is up. He knows that the shaman could just go purging it. Probably should. Dust purge those thorns off of him. That's going to be trying to get maybe some regrowth. I think we're trying to see if we can juke a kick out of Archie. Going to be grounding totem. Does moonfire it immediately. And Zuni got himself full celestial, not celestial alignment actually. Look at celestial alignment for a second. It's just eclipse into a root silence onto Archie. Does him lock down for a second. Looking for the starfire damage. Cyclone not going out just yet. Archie is still holding on to it. His interrupt could interrupt this anytime he wants to. It does land. They're going to be the earth elemental joining the fight. Zuni with that roar into a cyclone onto Archie. Immediately forced a trinket out of the shaman. And Zuni caught himself a shadow meld reset. Looks like Zuni is going to be a-okay for now. He is living and he's going to be just fine for quite a bit here. Just fine. As long as Archie doesn't find him out of nowhere. Sorry I'm swapping the wrong person, but yeah. Wouldn't predict not want to be released? Cavish. We have no idea, dude. The faster the better. I'm loving these duels, but I cannot wait. Imagine Duels in 9.1, man, when that's live with all the new Anatones. Oh, it is going to be good. Cries to OP. Dude, Cries have made Affliction Warlock look really good. Not gonna lie. It's not, it's looking much better next patch, but it's kind of okay-ish now. But with some of the dot damage increases and some of the new honor talents, I feel like Affliction Warlock's looking much better next patch. Silence on Archie. Is Archie actually locked out of most of his abilities when he silences his enhancement? I feel like maybe Storm Strike might be the only ability he can use, but I know he can interrupt. Gonna be a massive Ventier Chain Harvest off of Zuni. Slapped a few of the boys on team 2 a little as well. Tried to go for a cyclone onto Archie. Does go for a grounding. Make sure to moonfire it. Is he going to reclone him again? Looks like he's going to not do that. Actually just maintain himself with regrowth while he got it. Another reclone going out. Does land it. And Zuni just trying to make sure they recover in health as much as possible. Waiting out for Archie. Looking for the reset. Does catch a reset as the Cosmos come out. Trying to see if he can move him out in the open. Doesn't get to Zuni popping out with a root onto Archie. Breaks it immediately. That's going to be some free Raz for Zuni. Thinking of maybe going for a cyclone off of Archie. Grounding totem available for Archie needs, so Zuni making sure to reheal himself right now while the dampening is only 32% dampening. Wait, we actually got to the 10-minute mark that quickly? I feel like I blinked and the game is already at the 10-minute mark. Crazy. Big Star Surge is available for Zuni. Trying to go for a cyclone. Does not get juke out by Archie. Looking to take out the totems. Archie is dropping down. Wasn't even a grounding totem, just a healing spring totem too. Cyclone rolling in, no interrupt available for Archie, no grounding totem, and Zuni does end up locking him out a little bit, trying to go for a big convoke, trying to make some big damage with that convoke too. And looks like he had plenty of Star Surges towards the end of that convoke to the tail end, has himself with Incarnation as well. Thorns is up for Zuni. Archie trying to see if he can purge it off, and Archie looks like he's trying to tuck the tail and run, getting the hell out. Does get himself at least 1 or 2 more heals. Plenty of mana to do it. As long as he got the Maelstrom, he might still be okay. 30% dampening. He might be alright. Zuni though got some damage rolling. Gonna be a big kill for Archie. Not enough Maelstrom to really keep it going, and Zuni does end up taking him out. Very well done by Zuni X. Christina gonna be up next. We're playing that Necrolord. I think it's back to the Fae. Back to that Fae Feral Druid. Very well. Very well. Trying to go for a bit of a bow. That is so nice of you too. What nice boys, man. What nice boys. Nice boys, man. Christina, though, looking for that reset off of Zuni. Zuni doesn't even let him, dude. He's just a bear without thrash. Locking out Christina from being able to get a proper opener. Going to be a cyclone aggressively for Christina. I don't think he's going to be able to catch a proper reset. Trying to go for another recload of Zuni. I think he wants to get a proper opener. He wants to get a good rake opener. I don't think he's going to be able to. Immediate Sunfire, Moonfire, Star Surges out of Zuni. And Christina looking to get a lockout on those bites. Big old Skull Bash on a regrow. Zuni got plenty of healing, plenty of that bear form frenzy regen. No Skull Bash by Christina, and that's going to be a cyclone on Christina's cooldowns. Not willing to burn a trinket for this one. I think Christina is back to the Night Phase, so he is thinking of going for a big old Convoke setup if needed. Big old bite of Zuni, trying to go for a big Convoke. Gonna be Zuni without another emergency heal, knocking Christina off the platform. Plenty of opportunity for him to get a regrowth. Trying to stay mobile away from Christina as best as he can. Christina does catch a reset. Finally, a proper rake is on Zuni. That's gonna add plenty of that bleed damage. Gonna be a Shadow Meld for Zuni for a second. Trying to get away from Christina. That's gonna be a Cyclone aggressive for Christina. Trick it out of Zuni. Trying to get himself a Cyclone onto Christina. Skull Bash is available. Christina has a trinket if they need to. Zuni trying to go for Convoke. Very, very defensively while in bear form. Skull Bash out of Christina. Can go for a Cyclone next time if he wants to. Now stop him unless a stun. Bash comes out for Christina. Does he have enough damage here? Big Feral Frenzy is up. Bite to follow. Does he have enough damage here? Could trinket out if he wants to. Zuni at no health whatsoever. Regrowth it himself. Casually maintain himself at 49% dampening. Bear form. Does he have a Frenzy Regen? Big lead by Christina as Zuni is trying to knock him off. There goes that Frenzy Regen. Actually got it off for a quick second. I don't know if there was emergency Frenzy Regen or a normal Frenzy Regen. Zuni tried to get this regrowth set. Skull Bash back to Christina. Big Roar has a defensive. Has a CC as soon as he knows that he's going to get caught out. No ability to heal. Barskin is up. Thorns is available as well. Zuni barely surviving. How is he doing it? Barely in the hell. Does get himself the smallest heal with a renewal, but does go down as Christina ends up taking him out with Kit Kat up next. Big Convoke opener going to be Christina. Trick it out of immediately. Did not have a Skull Bash to interrupt Kit Kat, but just had to wall it off and tank up as much of the damage as it could. Kit Kat just trying to get aggressive with Thorns for Thorns, and Christina is the one who's behind on damage at that point. That was absolutely crazy, dude. Would be nice if Zuni stopped stalling. He's dying, dude. I like a bear. I like a Boomy. Trying to see if he can live this long enough, dude. If this was a feral, I could maybe agree with you to some extent, but a Boomy, we never really see Boomies survive that long. That was well done, in my opinion, dude. How often do we see Boomies do that well? That was very well done. I like that, like going for a growth, knowing he's gonna get a skull bash, ready to roar immediately. So he just always has an answer for things. I like it. That's gonna be Biz trying to go in for the biggest damage onto Kit Kat as he's nowhere to be found, just bailed out of there, dude. Just bowed out of there. Biz trying to see if he might be able to finally get next to the boy. Just can't quite catch him. Thrown in the judgments, trying to see if he might make a play. But so far, he just hasn't been able to catch him whatsoever. Super, super extremely unfortunate for the boy. As Kit Kat is gonna round the bend again. Just kind of hanging out over on the other side of the arena, waiting for Biz to approach. Biz, though, out of all CDs, I think he might have Seraphim available, and maybe Rack coming up very, very soon. But he's gonna have to wait for Kit Kat. Is Kit Kyrian? Is he Fame? Gonna be a bleed, dot, and rod playstyle out of Kit Kat, dude. He just doesn't want to really get in a melee with Biz. He doesn't want to let him get on your holy power. It looks like Biz just bailed. Yeah, it looks like Biz just decided to bow out of there. I guess Kit Kat wins that one. And that's going to be Zuni with 2 kills. Well done. Just about everybody got to play, right? I think maybe one Paladin on Team 2 didn't get a chance to play. Biz, this could have been a much longer game, but Biz decided, you know what? This guy's going to go for a dot and rot. I guess I'm not going to play. Oh, no, dude. In 9-1, did you get a user becoming a member yet again for 9 months? Damn. Okay, we gotta add like username in chat. Boy, my man, thank you so much, my guy, for the 9 months, dude. Appreciate ya. But yo, next 9-1 is gonna have the judgment to clear this magic effect. So constantly getting himself out of roots is gonna be an easy. Hand of freedom and then judgment to dispel yourself is gonna be pretty good, man. It's gonna be pretty good. That's one advantage of 9-1. All right, but let's go again. You guys ready? All right, let's go again. I'm down, boys. I'm down. That was actually a lot of fun, dude. That was actually a ton of fun. Mugambala? Cool. I'll do it. Works for me. SL, how many of these have we had? Okay, so we're not 300. $201. We left off at 201, boys. Crazy. Crazy. Alrighty. Let's go again, boys. That was actually a lot of fun, not gonna lie. That was actually a ton of fun. Switch. Who do we have? We have ourselves Team 1 together with Cries Bad, together with Kajix, together with Christina, as well as Archie and Biz. Hopefully Biz will actually be able to get a chance to play besides Dampener. Kit Kat on Team 2 with Yawashi, Zuni, as well as Arthas himself. How you doing, Arthas, my man? And we got ourselves Ads. Still rocking that event here. It looks like Kit Kat is first up. Is it going to be Biz first up? Are they going to let Biz go first? Is that what's going to be happening here? No, it looks like Christina, dude. Feral versus Feral. Starting out on that bear form, Kit Kat popping into stealth immediately. You're seeing just the difference between these two druids. Kit Kat opening up with a bit of a stun. Feral Fred's over to Christina, trying to get some roots rolling, trying to let the dots do work. Is it playing the Necrolord build? I haven't seen him use any of the abilities. Actually, no. Kit Kat is Night Fae, isn't he? Bash by Christina, going for the big bites onto Kit Kat. Not even Night Fae. Kit Kat might have actually maybe underreacted to that one. It's going to have to tank up for big damage. Christina trying to go for Hybrid. It's going to be a Skull Bash and as well as a normal Bash by Kit Kat. It's going to be Christina locking out that Kit Kat's Night Fae go. With Convoke, wall up for Kit Kat, wall up for Christina. As both of them are just trying to deal with one another. Big roar onto Kit Kat. Christina try to land a cycle. Maim by Kit Kat as a response. Big convoking spirits available for Christina. No way for Kit Kat to stop it. Has to go bear from and heal up as much as possible. Big roar. Oh, and a big old bite takes down Kit. Oh my god, that was so aggressive. These druids just didn't give each other a chance. I love that quick succession back and forth bashes, maims, and skull bashes. It was fantastic. And Christina just, oh, you have no kick? You have no stun? Well, I got Convoke, so you better run. It was perfect. Yo, Washi, though, how's he going to manage with Christina? He is playing himself some subtlety. as a Necrolord, so he got a little bit extra bleed to him. He's not playing that AoE stealth reset conduit, probably knowing that that thing is going to get nerfed, so he's mostly trying to prep himself for the next patch, since he will not be able to constantly catch resets. Try to see if we can deal with Christina and other methods, other means. Christina looking for a bit of regrowth himself. Iwashi got himself a Fleshcraft available. He does have Fleshcraft to give him some resets, because that is an absorb. Christina looking for that eye immediately, looking for that Moonfire onto Iwashi, does get the Shadow Strike early. I think Iwashi just waiting out for Crusader to get out of Barrel from Thorns is up. Very much just intrigued from opening on the Thorns. Cloak of Shadows is used in order to overlap the damage. Big damage onto Christina, and Iwashi does end up taking Christina out. Did burn advantage there, I think for... Was that advantage just now, or was that advantage for the burst, actually? Because he might have had the 100% crit combo with it. It was hard to tell, because he's a Night Elf, he does a Shadow Meld. I can't tell if he Shadow Melded, or if he vanished for the reset after he killed Christina, or did it burn advantage for the burst on Christina and then Shadow Melded after. Could have been either or. Arhi is up next, and Arhi might have made the mistake of popping out Earth Elemental way too early while looking for the Rogue. Because now the Rogue knows he doesn't want to open for a whole minute. Because while the Ellie's out, it does give Arhi extra health. Rogue doesn't need to mess with Arhi. Arhi looking for the eyes, looking for the Rogue, might have picked up the eyes already. I guess it would have only been one eye available. Yeah, Iwashi, I don't think he's going to be out of in the open at all. Shadow Meld is the mood. What's up, Prisma? Yeah, Shadow Meld is the mood, dude. That is a pretty big advantage of Rogues as Night Elves. Just the re-stealth is so strong in this expansion. It's actually kind of nuts, you know what I mean? Kind of nuts, dude. Duels, let's go. What's up, you know, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Are he just waiting now for Iwashi? And it looks like Iwashi is going to get the opener with his Shadow Strike. Trying to get some decent damage in there. Strong. It's going to be a strong Sun Totem as well as Sunder missing. Arhi does get himself a lot of damage to his health bar. Going to be Goldsus rolling, does get a little bit extra Maelstrom, can heal through his damage a little bit. Needs to slow the Rogue down. Big damage to the Rogue out of nowhere though. The Rogue just not in a great spot anymore. That Chain Harvest really messed him up. Shadow stepping past the Shaman, trying to go for that smoke bomb. Flashcraft around the corner. Azora Shadows available for Arhi. Goes for that Instruct onto Iwashi. Doesn't give him any benefits of maybe CC reduction of the Flashcraft. Going to be a CC chain by Iwashi with the blind onto R. He does have a trinket, doesn't want to use it just yet. Knows that if he burns it right now, it's just going to be advantageous to the rogue. Iwashi, though, not playing the conduit that gives him shield while resetting, so it is going to make it harder for him to catch proper clean resets. But he is playing a little more aggressively, which I think is a nice trade-off. It's kind of interesting how rogues are starting to get used to not having to run that conduit and trying to play around it. And Necrolord does seem like the play then at that point. Gives you a little more survivability. Free calm points. Decent damage on top of it too. That's going to be watching, trying to see if he can bow away from Arki. Tried it with the Sun Totem. Going to be a cloak as the rogue is looking for the reset. Arki, unless he can get the flame shock on the guy, got a frost shock on him. So the rogue is slowed. Tried to go for the shadow step. Did Arki switch out? Oh, I think Arki got switched out, but I think also rogue got himself a shadow meld. I think the rogue did go for a shadow step, shadow meld. Double shadow step there for sure. I was thinking for a second Arhi got duked, but he didn't. The rogue wasn't stealth. That's what was kind of confusing. Iwashi making sure to land a sap onto Arhi before he finds him. As Iwashi is able to sit in stealth, get himself a little bit of a reset. I like those bone saw daggers, by the way. They look really cool. They do look really, really good. Arhi looking for the eye. Wait now for Iwashi. He just gotta find like a good flame shock around the corner or like a frost shock. It's gonna be really difficult because Iwashi just has the angles. So unless you're like how I'll literally auto attack at the rogue and you auto attack him while he's behind the pillar, that's really, really difficult. You're gonna be a thunder into a stun. Iwashi does take the full damage. Trinkets out of the short stun, trying to go for some damage onto Arki. Arki though, getting some big blast onto Iwashi. Doesn't get him though. And the rogue is vanished. He does get a reset. Oh my god, Arki just had so much burst there. Iwashi was just melting in front of our eyes and he barely survived it. Actually barely survived it. Crazy. Crazy, 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 boys. Quick flashcraft is up for the boy. Man, his survivability is kind of like questionable now that he doesn't have that constant chill every time he resets. But it is interesting. It does make the duels more fun. Popping out while the shield is up. That shield, I think, is starting to suffer from dampening. Does it suffer? Now he taking a bit of damage from that opener by Yawashi. Blind right after him. No trick available for the Shaman. Yawashi should be able to go for a full resap setup. However, Archeorc is running the Honor talent where every time he heal and surge himself, he does get a copy of the healing surge 3 seconds after. I wonder if you get a primary healing surge as a crit. Does his second one crit too? But he did get himself quite a bit of re-heals while he's sitting blind. So he's actually doing okay. Ghost was a back up. Kidney shot by Yawashi. Most likely Archie, if he can survive this burst, he might be okay. Definitely has the maelstrom to maintain himself. 30% dampening as well as wound poison is going to be slowing him down. Big chain harvest on to Yawashi as he got himself some ghost full form rolling. And that's going to be evasion up for Yawashi. Does have the earth elemental to keep the rogue in combat unless Yawashi can slow down the earth ellie. And to see both the Shaman and the Earth Ellie, he's going to have a hard time resetting unless the Shadow mode's back up. Archie definitely needs to maintain a Frost Shock to Yawashi as well as a Flame Shock. Yawashi does recover in the reset. Looks like there was no Frost Flame Shock rolling on him. And he was able to get himself a Shadow mode with that Shadow Step. He's done that a couple times. Shadow mode with a Shadow Step. The Rogue so far has been able to reset quite a bit. And I do gotta give him some credit. I know people don't like rogues, but he is not running the conduit with a shield. He is still able to get pretty clean resets in duels, but at least not running the conduit, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Don't forget us girls. What's up, Natalie? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Oh man. Get a shot by Auto Archie. Does trinket and wallet. Cheap shot by Yawashi. Looking to get the hell out of dodge. Archeorc has not popped a sentence just yet. Sunder onto Yawashi. He knows the rogue is nearby there. But Yawashi, with that vanish, actually didn't take enough damage while inside his Sunder. Didn't put him out of stealth. Man, if Archeorc, I don't think he realized what happened. He knew he hit him with Sunder, but he probably thought, oh, the rogue walked out of my Sunder. He didn't realize that the rogue was in that Sunder. If only he had a crash lightning afterwards, he would have been a great spot. You know what I mean? Both have potential for crit? Yeah. Night Elf Rogue is a total of bees, dude. It is nutty. It is absolutely nutty. Although I am glad that they're nerfing down that one kind of the shield reset. I do feel like that's kind of like, it's a little too cheesy. It's a little too cheesy. But it does show us, hey, Rogue is still going to be just fine in terms of resetting. Get a shot, wombo combo onto Archie, leaving him with barely any health, into a blind, not even giving that man a chance to reset with a re-heal. And that's going to be full sap. With Yawashi going back in there with cheap shot. Shadow Blades was burned for that burst in order to make it happen. It is just going to go for a full reset by the looks of it. Cold blood available and everything. Get another sap. Last sap, cheap shot. I think he has it. There's no way he doesn't. And that's going to be Yawashi getting opened up on by Kajix. Is going to trick it out of it, turning the damage around onto Kajix, who is going to be blinding Yawashi with a fleshcraft of his own, just trying to get a bit of a reset. As long as the dot doesn't let him not dip in a stealth. Actually, the fleshcraft would have been fine either way. And Kajix needs to have a good go into Yawashi. He's going to open up with a growth. Not a stun just yet. Waiting out a little. Yawashi, I think, trying to go for a Shadow Melt for a second. Does have a cloak of shadows rolling. Flashcard is up. Does get interrupted. Got himself just a little bit of a shield. Kajix got him in a full stun. Vendetta, everything rolling. Does he have the biggest damage possible here? Trying to make the biggest go happen. Get a shot by Yawashi. Turning around onto Kajix, but he does end up taking him out. Arthur's charging in. Looking to purge this rogue just like Stratham big. Seraphim ready to go for the big hammer play. Hand of him rolling. Pony up. And Kajix not in a great spot. Might have to pop into a cooldown here. That's going to be a vanish as his Arthur's going in for big damage. Did not lock down Kajix in a Hodge or blind or anything. So Kajix is going to have a trinket for later with Cloak of Shadows as well as evasion. But otherwise he's doing it A-okay. And Arthur's did just pop a lot of cooldowns. Oh, Consecration getting Kajix out. Got a little too close. Did not expect the Consecration. It just like a pixel clipped him. Smoke him up for Kajix. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset with Arthur's. But trying to avoid him as best as he can until CD's a backup. That's why Vendetta coming back very, very soon. I wonder if Kajix is playing a build where he can go for some sustained damage versus a Pala. Or if he's like really in a position where he just literally cannot. I wonder what kind of a setup he's got going on. You know what I mean? Gonna be a Garrode by Kajix. Trying to get some dots out of Arthur's got the Necrolord set up. Kidney shot is up. The bleeds are all rolling. Arthur's taking a bit of damage himself. Cloak of Shadows is up for Kajix. Does have big poisons rolling into Arthur's. Actually gonna force a bolt without a Vendetta. Kajix did, I think, have to burn a trinket for it. Maybe it was out of Battle Masters? Definitely was burned something. Might have to get a shadow step against Arthas here. Try to see if he can get the hell out of dodge. Arthas does slow down to get himself a flash of light. Looks like KJX is going to be able to get away scot-free. Flash cut is up. Arthas does have a blessing of protection for the next big go. But KJX at least has poisons damage. So if you can get Arthas low enough, pop, and if you still have that big Envenom to follow up, you will be in a great spot. Arthas picking up the eye. He's still holding on to a trinket, so the next stun, he doesn't have to sit it long at all. Gonna be a Garrote, and Arthas actually just sat that Garrote as if it's a stun. Blessing of protection up super early, and KJX is looking to get the hell out of there. Does get hit with a hand of hindrance, while freedom is up for Arthas. That's gonna be evasion up for KJX. Could go evasion against Arthas. That's gonna be trinket for the Hammer of Justice. Arthas does not have wings just yet. Had a pretty big go together, but KJX did get the hell out of there. So at least he's doing a-okay. Arthas tried to have a go, didn't quite work out. KJX escaped with only trinket used. And this rogue used a Vendetta on Arthas, so that was a Vendetta forced and traded for a blessing of protection. Maybe this is where KJX should have delayed the Vendetta and just got an open onto Arthas, did a bit of damage, and then maybe save Vendetta. Because Arthas would be like, okay, I have to save a defensive for the Vendetta. But if you have Vendetta, you have a blessing of protections. You know what I mean? Maybe you could sneak up the damage on him. Sneaky deaky. You never really know with these kind of things. Arthas does have a full recovery. We are at the 12-minute mark. 47% dampening. KJX is recovering on a little bit of help with that first aid. And if Arthas isn't aggressive and looking for the rogue, he's definitely going to have a hard time doing it. Is KJX playing the... He must be playing like a reset shield build, right? When he restalls, he gets himself a bit of a shield. Does he? I would imagine he does. Sapper Arthas. And KJX with the opener yet again. No Vendetta this time, just it's him and his poisons. Cloak of Shadows before a Hodge comes out by Arthas. Trinket sided with the Shield of Vengeance. Wings are available. Maybe that's a shadow step for the rogue. Does try to go for a shadow step. Juke doesn't quite get it. Is going to be advantage before Arthas can do anything. If KJX can get next to Arthas and sap him before he covers on health, he'll be in a great spot. Arthas making sure to pick up the eye ASAP. And is chilling. Gotta go, Vince. Feel like I learned something new in PvP over time. Thanks so much for coming by, Natalie. Appreciate you. What's up, JJ? How you doing, my man? What's up, Felix? How you doing, my guy? It isn't PTR. We were gonna do PTR, but it will take a second to get PTR groups running, so we decided to jump on live. 2 more PTR. We'll do Friday live, Saturday PTR. How does that sound? Keep it to the schedule. KJX getting yet another kidney shot. Vendetta, nothing. Arthas has to stop this unless he has a stun or something. Full burst out of KJX. Arthas does have one word of glory, but at 55% dampening, it's not doing much and does go down. Wound poison together with 56% dampening. Like at this point, you're not doing much. And Athaman is going to be up next. Paladin 1 into Paladin 2. And Athaman adaptation immediately gets him out of that sap. And KJX looking to get himself a bit of damage onto Atha. Does get himself a cleanse from those poisons, but KJX locks him down in the stun. Is going to be able to reset up all those poisons yet again. Plenty of damage rolling. Arthas with a Shield of Vengeance. Not the biggest shield ever at this high of dampening. Stun onto KJX. Tricks out of it immediately as Atha goes for full burst. Blind and Atha, unless he bubbles up blind, pops it. He's got nothing. Playing that adaptation does have its draws. As a Paladin human, I feel like you're probably the best go for it. Athaman does go for a bubble, seeing KJX being out. KJX, did KJX not get caught out in the open? Or maybe Atha didn't see him. Does get a kidney shot onto Atha. No way out of this. If Atha somehow survives, he might be okay then. Does he have enough of Word of Glory? Try to, but KJX does take him out. Big Kabok available for Zuni. And KJX looking to get himself a bit of a reset while Zuni's on the chase, on the prowl. Does catch up to the rogue, but that's going to be a reset. Does go for the trinket. I think I thought maybe he might be able to find the rogue out. I think he's trying to end this duel early. He did pop Incarnation for that one too. So I think that's what Zuni is trying to go for, like the biggest go here. Just trying to throw all those cooldowns all at once at Zay. I mean KJX. Man, KJX was assassination, dude. Just the Paladin. Just the Paladin Dismantler, dude. Here's the can opener. Flash count open KJX as he can go really anywhere. Just trying to deal with the damage of Zuni. That's give him a little bit of a heal too. That's gonna be Thorns up for Zuni. KJX going in for a full Vendetta. Zuni taking a bit of damage himself from the Necrolord setup. With those bone spikes, all the Vendetta, all that damage rolling, all those poisons cursing. And Zuni needs a bit of a reset himself. He is still spiked. It's so weird because the spike at certain angles looks like it's going through a bear's head, which is kind of morbid when you think about it. Big Rodent Zuni actually locked out of CC or locked out of spells, and looks like Kajix does end up taking this out. Oh my goodness, Kajix, dude, this man is a can opener. All right, boys, Kajix the can opener is what we call him, okay? Because paladins, these play classes are very heavy in metal. You know what I mean? You gotta take a sharp object and really brute force the can open. These guys, that was actually so good. Assassin Rogue dude owns. Let's go, dude. This man is ready for 9-1. Alex is ready? Alright, boys. I know you guys are ready. You guys have had win streak after win streak after win streak. If Arthur wants to swap his group out a little bit, I don't mind him, man. May, you want to join in? Finally? What's up, fam? What up, my dude? Finally. You've been waiting for long? Roadie, okay. Roadie. Is May got a group? Or is he chilling? Hey, fellas in Dallas. What's up, Martin? How you doing, my guy? Let's go, Asaz, give him some music, what he needs. Let's go, dude. He did pretty well, man. He did pretty well. Zuni did really go for like a ballsy move, trick it out of a sap. So I don't really know. Maybe he was trying to end the duel as early as possible. Maybe he was trying to like cheese it. But that duel didn't last at the end. Maybe he thought, you know what, if I don't trick it now, if I don't stop the rogue, it's probably over. But it's probably over if he doesn't trick it either. So he probably thought, you know what, might as well. We catch up with a bit of a Russian, man. No, Enholm не убить рогу никак. Так. Шотнуть. Так. Мерзко, просто ужасно, да. Да, я думаю, с Энхи нужно только, как его, burst one shot рога. Это как его сложно. Sложно? I'm trying to look for the word hard. Like difficult, as in hard, not like what you guys are thinking of. Yeah, nothing with double 80% dampening. I've got another. Yeah, you kind of have to, right? You kind of gotta. Alrighty, Arthur and Alex are ready to go. May, how you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're having a good one, my man. Black Hold Arena. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Очень сложно, да. Да. Привет, Даларанчик, как сам? Здорово, медехи, здорово, как дела, мой друг? Мне нормально, как у вас? All these Russians. I'm trying to speak with Russians in Russian as best as I can, boys. I'm losing it. I'm losing my Russian, but I'm trying my best. For Archeorc, I was saying that, yeah, for Enhanced Shaman, it's kind of difficult to beat a rogue. I think the only thing you can do is one-shot him, maybe. If the procs are right. Но когда у тебя, как его, Enhance, если у тебя все проки есть, one-shot есть, тогда рог умрет. Если нету, тогда не умрет. Но он тоже не играл, как его, это, Conduit, который, что это, делает им щит, когда он скрывается. Но все равно сложно. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah, boys? Another one up and running, yeah, boys, yeah, boys? Let's do it. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Crazybat, still trying out that Affliction versus Arthas first up. Arthas versus Crazybat. Ooh, what if Arthas, seeing Crazybat, is like, you are the man who set up Stratholmford's doom. You are the necromancer. And he's like, I never even met you. I am literally from another planet. And it's like, this entire warlock must be purged. On Team 2, we also got ourselves Zuni. We got ourselves the man himself, Arthas, going in for a Hodge versus Crazybat. And Crazybat actually swapping out spell immediately. Has big damage coming out for us. Oh, those hammers just flew at Kajix. He just decided to select him instead of anybody else. Just a bunch of hammers started flying to him instead of anybody else. Big old Mortal Coil by Crazybat, swapping out Mortal Coil for the AoE Fear and is playing the slow legendary. So I don't know if he was playing the slow legendary last time, but he decided to play it against Arthas. I don't know if Crazybat was playing that go last time he was dueling as Afi. But that's the legendary is getting a pretty big nerf in 9-1. So we'll see if Affliction Warlocks will swap out to a different leg altogether. Maybe something more aggressive. But with a Corruption legendary, if anything, you can kite out the enemy. The extra corruption damage is also pretty good. I think that leg might still be good just for damage alone. And for classes like a Paladin, like, you can still hit him with a Curse of Weakness, and it'll basically be constantly there. Hell, in fact, Curse of Weakness, isn't that like, can't you make a Curse of Weakness a 70% slow with an Honor talent? You probably can, right? A 70% slow is better than a 60% slow. Reflect is up, but Kreisbad, Arthur's having to go and trinket it with a human racial, and Kreisbad sends him out with a Mortal Call of Fear, loading over dots. Bubble up really early for Arthur's, as Kreisbad looking to hang out by the wall into a port. Just trying to make sure he's nearby the port at all times. Big gateway available for him. And Arthur's gonna hit with that slow from the corruption immediately with a drain life right after. Has himself Hand of Freedom, but the corruption still is gonna keep ticking on him. That is really rough. And Kreisbad playing the Grimoire build, so he does have Grimoire procs on Arthas every time his dots tick on Arthas. Pretty high chance of those dots to do quite a bit of damage, and I think they end up doing more damage than the dots themselves, because every one of those dots can have a chance of proccing the thing. The corruption isn't going to be perma on Arthas, but it is going to last quite a while. Going to be a stun around the corner. Kreisbad trying to create some line of sight fear onto Arthas. Does drop down Shield of Vengeance on himself, but that means the fear doesn't really break to any of the damage. This is going to be a full damage setup by Kreisbad. Trying to go for Malefic Rapture spam. Does bust through the Shield of Vengeance of Arthas. Big drain available. Does port on top of him with the Mortal Call. Does have the line of sight for that Malefic Rapture. Might be able to do something here. And Arthas actually has nothing left out in the open. Darkblade joining the fight. Arthas had no health at all. Got himself Ward of Glory. That's going to be stunned onto the Darkblade. Does go for a Battle Master Trinket. Big drain again for Kreisbad. And Arthur's got himself plenty of self heals, but unless Kreisbad can interrupt him, then he's in a great spot. That's going to be Kreisbad popping out the Sippy Cup from the Kyrian. Stun into Kreisbad, trying to make some damage happen. Going to be big hammers coming out, and Kreisbad porting the hell out as Arthur dips down super low, but with the wings as well as Word of Glory, healing heads on a town. He is able to recover quite a lot, actually all of that damage when you think about it. That is actually too much. Now, Halinka did say that he thinks of classes like a Paladin, for example, the healing that they have is way too much. So right now, well, if you're a Paladin, or Enhancement Shaman for that matter, or Druid, enjoy the amount of self-healings you have, because that might not be the same going next patch. Going to be Malefic Rapture spam by Kreisbad. I think he has it right here. Does end up taking him out. He had full soul shards ready to go, just spamming out, dude. Just spamming it all out. Well done, well done. Atherman is going to be next one, dude. From one Paladin to the next. Man, they're really throwing all these pallets. Going to get the corruption rolling early into Atha with a bunch of fears as well. Making sure Atha is super far away. Hitting him with a shot of bolts as there's nothing else to really do. Man, it's because of Josh and slow weakness. It is 20% in between attacks. I guess he could have Curse of Slow, and no, he can only have one. I would imagine it's Curse of Exhaustion he would put up. 70% slow. Interrupted to Atho and Shadow. Atho is able to go for Flash of Lights, the Paladin dipping into the Shadow Tree for just a moment. That's what chose the Vent their Covenant, which does give him mobility, but also does give him an ability that can be interrupted at Shadow. So if you get interrupted on it, you still have access to your holy spells. Kreisbad trinketing is his useful cooldown to the Atho. Big reg, big wings, no Seraphim to combo off it, and looks like a blind by Athoman missed by a hair as Kreisbad had the big old port available to get away from Atho with that soul shape. Big drain out for Kreisbad, trying to go for the Shadow of Fury, slamming Athoman down. Has all those dots rolling. Atho does human racial out of the stun. That's going to be Mortal Call into a fear. Malefic Rapture spam is up. Athoman out how to bubble this. Actually super low on health. Big drain life available. Athoman does not have rebuke for it. Taking still a ton of damage from those dots. And Kreisbad is willing to just rot him out this whole game. Atho having to use all his holy power just to give himself whatever healing he can. Trying to get interrupted by Kreisbad. Did he get interrupted on it? Did he juke it? I think he might have juked the heal. I mean, the interrupt. Big port for Kreisbad. And Athoman finally made... Oh no, I think he still didn't. I don't think he did. I think he's trying to see if he can juke him out now. Because we can't track the pet interrupt unless he has the actual pet. And Kreisbad having to walk out of that ash, and Atho trying to deny Kreisbad any opportunity to get any kind of positional advantage here. Stun onto Kreisbad. Big final reckonings are coming down. Mortal Call onto Atho though, as Kreisbad should be able to fear Atho in a way. Sorry if I'm swapping to one person. I can't messing it up, dude. I'm so sorry. Big doorway shadows does get interrupted. Kreisbad is gonna get a dark lair into Stun into Atho. Big Malefic Raptures. Bubble comes out for the Paladin. Does it stay in the Ashen? Does he go for the heals? 7% dampen. He might want to be looking at the self-healing ASAP. Kreisbad does go for a big reset. Door of Shadows onto Kreisbad. Allows Atho a little bit of CC onto Kreisbad, as well as getting some re-heals. And Kreisbad jukes out of there immediately. Atho tried to see if he could turn attention onto the Dark Lair. Wasn't quite enough. And Atham now out of a bubble. Shield event is coming back very, very soon. Wings are back up. It looks like maybe a proc for wings or maybe real wings. Mortal sending him at Kreisbad, but the fear running him into a wall. Kreisbad loading him up full of dots. Does he have the big go here? I think he might go for a fear again. There he goes. Malefic Rapture maybe. Atham is just way too close to him. That can make some damage happen. Atham does have final wreck available. Reflect is up for Kreisbad. Does go for a blind. That's going to be full wing setup for Atham. And Kreisbad bails out of there immediately. Is Atham not playing Seraphim this go? I don't think he is. I don't think I've seen him play Seraphim so far. Wings is still rolling. Still might have a stun available, right? There goes the stun. Kreisbad no way out of it. Atham does not activate Seraphim. I think he's just playing something different. Kreisbad taking a bit of damage though. Kind of bad for him. Does go for a Battlemaster Trinket as well as a Healthstone. Stun onto Atho. Loading him full of dots with a Mortal Call right after. Try to see if he can make this Malefic Raptures work. It might just be enough right here. Right before the Awaken slab Atho. He does dip behind the pillar. The dots are putting pressure on him. The Grimoire of Sacrifice is getting those procs. The constant sustained damage is pretty real. Kreisbad does go and interrupt Athawin, locking him out on Shadow, fearing him so he doesn't go for a free heal. And trying to maintain the dots onto Atha with a big drain. Does Atha have enough to survive this drain? He does have flash of lights. Barely surviving this dot damage though. It is starting to rot. Shield of Vengeance available is going to give him that shield, hoping to maybe get that shield to pop next to Kreisbad, but the fear runs him in the opposite direction. Hand of Freedom gives Athaman the ability to at least catch up to his target. Shield of Vengeance is going to pop away from Kreisbad. Big gateway for the Warlock. Atha is taking that as advantage to catch a reset. Get himself a little bit of healing back and forth. Door of Shadows does get interrupted. Athaman out in the open. More dots get loaded up. Does go for Royal Glory in between. Going to be the Human Racial out of that stun. Going to be a couple of Malefic Raptures with the Drain Life onto Atha. Not enough of a Drain Life stacks to make the damage happen here. And Atha is able to maintain himself just by a hair. His health isn't really going up at this point much, but he's able to maintain himself. No mana whatsoever. Does he have enough for Word of Glories though? He might still have enough for Word of Glory. He might still be okay. Going to be a slow enterprise bed. Mortal sending him in the other direction. The stable affliction is up. And that's going to be Dark Glare extending those dots even further. If Dark Glare could just get on top of Atha and blast him a bit, he does do damage per dot available. So there's quite a bit of free damage for your boy Kreiser. And that Dark Glare is going to proc wings for Athaman, which is actually going to give him a little bit of survivability and healing to deal with this. So he actually might be okay for a bit. So far, 9 minutes in a duel. Kreisbad just cannot really tilt Athaman out of the arena just yet. Just can't tip his health over. As Athaman is just struggling with just a little sliver, just a small sliver of health left. He's gonna try to see if he can Shadow Fury around the corner. Missing a Shadow Fury. Athaman just trusted, dude. He just trusted in a light. He just had a prayer start walking to Kreisbad, hoping that the man would miss. Probably gonna be a gateway for Kreisbad. Does have it. Athaman tried to see if he can load in, zoning in. Honing in on Kreisbad as he's going to hit him with the Mortal Call. Dots, it might be enough. Malefic Rapture is going to bust out his shield. Stun onto Kreisbad. Oh, and Athaman, dude. As the wings come up, the Battlemaster Trinket falls off. Kreisbad didn't even overreact. Didn't trinket. Didn't wall. Nothing. He actually, it's almost like he planned it. But this man is just taking paladins to town. What's next? Is it going to be one of the druids, Mayiwashi? Is it going to be the resident Boomy Zuni? Is it maybe Kid Cat? It looks like it is going to be Iwashi. I think Iwashi is going to give Kreisbad a little bit of a run for his money though. Because he knows how to put his money where his mouth is. Going to be a succubus CC immediately. So at least Kreisbad will be able to get the opener onto Iwashi. And Kreisbad walking his duel with basically every cooldown except for Dark Glare. So he actually might be in an okay spot. Iwashi just try to get some damage onto the pet. Get some calm points, maybe get a CC set up onto Kreisbad. No succubus CC. Immediate trinket for your Kreisbad. Force and trinket on Iwashi with advantage for Iwashi afterwards. Try just to get some dots onto Kreisbad. And the Warlock is taking a bit of a beating right now. Might the wall, his Battlemaster Trinket is getting used here. Try to Shadow Fury with wall rolling and get some dots rolling onto Iwashi. Most likely going to be a cloak out of the rogue. There goes the cloak. Unless Kreisbad has really an answer here, does have the gateway to at least separate himself away from Iwashi. And that's going to be a flesh scout for the rogue as he's recovering quite a bit. And Kreisbad needs to get an answer for Iwashi. Trying to go for succubus CC. Is that going to be enough though? So Iwashi does go for a smoke bomb, trying to avoid the succubus CC. Get the shot, no way out of it. I think it's done. Iwashi just not really giving him much of an opportunity. Biz trying to get in the duel. Trying not to let Iwashi get himself a bit of reset. He's messing with him at this point. He doesn't want to let this run get a reset at all. He doesn't want to do it. He's trying to knock this guy out of the park. Big Seraphim, everything available. Trying to go for a big old wreck. Hammer coming down. Maybe blind right after. Blind onto Biz. Does he trick it out of it? Does he go to blind Biwashi? He might want to. Get his shot? Does Biwashi have a reset? Does he have a Shadow Meld? He might be able to. Maybe. Just trying to make some damage happen onto Biz. Shield of Venice is up for the Paladin. Paladin hasn't popped wings at all, so he's actually waiting, saving that for later, I guess. Trying to get the big hammer drops on Iwachi. He just has him on the ropes. Unless Iwachi has a reset, it's just over. Maybe Iwachi has the combo points for a Kinder shot. If Biz isn't careful, Iwachi gets a reset. And this is where Biz should have been maybe a little bit more aggressive. Maybe he's trying to play with his food a little bit. Maybe he's trying to actually have a bit of a game with the guy. You never really know. But Iwachi does get himself a bit of a reset. Eyes are up for the arena, so we should be A-okay. But you're alright, boys. Gonna be Iwachi resetting himself behind the pillar. Does he have the talent for Soothe in Darkness? It looks like he does. He's just recovering health very, very passively. Very, very passively. Biz looking for Iwachi, but so far have both of the eyes been used? One of the eyes is still up if he wants to pick it up. He has the opportunity to do it. But the question is he gonna? Iwachi roaming out in the open now. Feeling pretty confident. Does have Shadow Blades coming up very, very soon. Defense is rolling. So you could get a decent opener versus Biz. Cold Blood opened up. Blessing protection for Biz immediately. Stunned. Iwachi does force a trigger out of him. Gonna be a Shadow Meld immediately. Yeah, you're just waiting now for the chill to vanish. No, dude! Shadow melded into a vanish. If you watch it, would have moved to the side a little bit. Maybe he just couldn't resell. Maybe he couldn't restealth for some reason. He wasn't Shadow Meld. But maybe something kept him in combat so he couldn't properly restealth, so he stood still. That is interesting. But Iwachi did burn himself a vanish for that one. Tried to see if he could get a stun interrupt onto Biz. Didn't quite do it. Biz actually juked it. I don't think Biz even expected to juke it, but he did. Bubble up for the Pala. Does he have the Hodge for Iwachi? As a rogue looking to get the hell out of dodge. Does have evasion rolling, so maybe Biz's damage might not completely go through to Iwachi. This is going to be tricky. Flash Gift interrupted. And looks like he just slammed the hammers onto Iwachi. Has evasion still for a bit. But those hammers are just going through. And that's going to be Shadow Step for a second. Does get a Killer shot into Biz. Does he get a reset? He's trying to go slash wave. He's trying to BM it. Oh my god. Actually, with 1 health left, and he BM slash wave and got the hell out of there. How does that happen? Doesn't even have that shield when he restells, dude. That is actually crazy. I gotta give this rogue credit. I gotta give this rogue some credit. That is actually nuts. Just trying to see if he can find Iwachi. With the eye, second eye is back up, so you can find him. Should be able to find him easily, as long as the thing doesn't get picked up. Sometimes it doesn't, dude. When you walk by it, just walk by it, nothing happens. Kind of lame, honestly. Not gonna lie, dude. Iwachi actually is just the sneakiest beaver ever. Actually, just so sneaky. Biz picked up the eyes. He doesn't even check this corner. Or maybe he walked by the corner, just couldn't really see the rogue. Maybe he thinks the rogue is like super far away the whole time. Iwachi's just gonna have himself another go. This rogue actually reset the full thing. Okay. Cheap shot by Iwachi. Cold Blood back up and running. Does have the spike onto Biz. No more defenses available for Biz except for Shield of Vengeance. Unless Biz locks down Iwachi right now, it's over. Because Iwachi is gonna get himself another reset. Wait out Shield of Vengeance. Go for another reset. With those spikes, he's got himself plenty of easy damage. Does lock out Biz. Shield of Vengeance does pop back at him. Biz trying to get counter aggressive here just a little. Wings are up with a Hodge proc. Blind onto Iwachi. He isn't stealth, but he is blinded. Unable to do damage to Biz. Is gonna land him in the sap though. Biz still has full wings. Is he DR'd? I think he's not he's not DR'd. I think it's over. Iwachi is gonna be able to take it down. Man, dude. He had himself like a really go with Iwachi. I think in the open he hodged him with Seraphim and everything, but he didn't pop wings with it. If he did, that would have been over. That would have been game. Maybe if he went with a stun into a blind or blind into the stun, either way, like that would have been over. But at least the team won. Gets a chance to play with Archie. Are they really setting Archie next versus Sub-Rogue? No, dude. Oh no. Don't send Archie versus a Sub-Rogue, man. Don't do it, dude. Let's swap to the Duels playlist, boys. Let's swap to the Duels playlist. Let's go to the next song. Let's do something different. There we go, dude. There we go, dude. Yowashi landing on open onto Arhi. Big aggressive opener. Kinder shot, cheap shot to follow. Lots of eviscerates back to back with a blind right after as Arhi does go for Battlemaster Trinket before he even gets a chance, man. And Yowashi walks by, hits him with a big old love tap, and bows out of there for a moment until these DRs are down. Arhi does see pop a trinket here, or a blood vessel for that matter. Going to be a Shadow Strike, no kidney shot in the opener. Arhi at least got himself a bit of a healing totem, and that's going to be Ghost was up and running. Ghost was not attacking Yowashi immediately though, which is very, very unfortunate. Kidney shot, wolves, please, puppies. You're seeing your shaman dying to a rogue. Please at least bite the rogue or something. Anything? Dude, these pets, man. These pets, dude. Arhi does get an Earth Elemental. Ascendance is getting used really early. And Yowashi is going to be able to catch himself a reset. Arhi, no healing available at this point. It's so high in dampening, 76% dampening. Barry can do much. You might as well pick up the eye, look for the rogue if you can. I think that's the only way to go about it at this point. Has a trinket, maybe a sunder and a stun for the rogue, but Yowashi is going into this duel with every offensive, every defensive, but a blind. So he has everything in his toolkit. Can a shot onto Arhi? Does he just trinket it? I think it's over. He knows even if he trinkets, it's pretty much over. He can't give him the trinket right now. He has to wait until later. Gonna be Christina opening up onto Yowashi, try to get the big bleeds down, going. With the thorns up and running, gonna be evasion for Yowashi, but he's still taking a bit of damage from those dots. And whatever damage he does to himself with thorns. Skulker shot is up. Does he get counter aggressive? It looks like he's trying to go for a bit of a reset with Christina. Gonna be a trinket for Christina. Bite onto Yowashi. Just trying to see if he can end the duel right then and there. Kit Kat rolling in versus Christina. And Feral does at least get himself a bit of a reset. Kit Kat hanging out by the eye. They're on top of each other for a second. I think they know that they're on top of each other. They're freaked out for a moment. They're scattered. Oh. They're literally looking at each other. They know where the other one is, more or less. Or maybe Christina now is not sure anymore. Kit Kat knows. Look at it. He's looking at a specific spot. He's looking by like to the left of the puddle. He's like looking right in front of this puddle. Like between the rogue and the puddle. He's looking for that one spot in particular. He's like trying to scan it like a minesweeper, dude. Where is this Feral? I know he's out here. He's hanging out by the eye. I know it. I just know it. I just know it in the bottom of boots. And Christina just roaming around, spinning in circles, just trying to see if he might be able to get an opener to Kit Kat. The two Ferals, dude. Kit Kat is so focused on this is what spot he has to be here. And Christina's like, I don't know where he's at. He could be anywhere. They were next to each other twice in a row. How many times did they walk past each other? At some point, like, somebody got to get the opener. But the thing is, they probably didn't even see each other. They didn't show up on each other's screen either. It's so weird. Kit Kat is so focused, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Kit Kat knows he's here. Dude, every time Kit Kat is looking at that eye, he probably hears Christina walk by next to him. And he knows that he's nearby. He was so convinced that he has to be near this puddle. He has to be near the eyeball. He knows he has to be near the eyeball. Christina is doing more of like a Y turns. Watching out if Kit Kat picks up the eyeball. But he's more just like roaming around. He thinks Kit Kat is really being adventurous. Just tell him to open up. Yo, dude, whoever opens loses, I think. It's basically a chess match like that. You don't want to be the guy getting opened on. You want to be the guy opening, getting the advantage. Kit Kat and Christina. Oh, Christina knows. Christina knows something. Christina knows something. Oh no, Christina turned around. Kit Kat had no idea. Oh no. He almost got lucky. Again, like they're just literally brushing up against each other, dude. They're just brushing up against each other. For 20 minutes, finally picking up the eye. That's going to be Kit Kat getting the open to Christina. Pop himself bark skin immediately. 94% dampening. Thorns for thorns. Christina getting the bash of the Kit Kat. Trying to go for bites of his own. Christina needs to be very, very careful with those thorns damage. Going to be a wall for Christina early. Kit Kat going for a wall as well. Maim onto Christina. Skull bash by Christina and Convoke. Christina trying to convoke himself. Going to be Kit Kat taking him out. Just got a little bit extra damage out onto Christina in that exchange. Getting that open, it did help him out a little bit. And Kit Kat does have himself frenzy, but at what is the dampening? 96%? Not getting any heals. Those dots are just going to melt you. And it's down to the Boomy Zuni and Kajix. With Rogue having Coca Shadows, Evasion, Blind. I think Rogue wins this one, but maybe Zuni will come back on top. Maybe Zuni will somehow make a return. I believe in the cleave. But Kajix, dude, I think Fleshcraft basically ignores dampening. Honestly, I feel like it ignores dampener. Zuni at least got himself a reset. Yeah, I think the only way Zuni wins, you gotta get past the rogue's Cloak of Shadows and then burst into him. And until then, he just gotta survive. Barkskin is gonna do maybe a bit here. Try to see if he can roar the rogue. Getting the rogue out of opener, out of stealth is gonna be very, very important though. And Zuni knows more or less what Cage is at. Hits him with the root from afar. If you can just rot him down with dots, he'll be in a great spot. Zuni actually will look to charge in. Sab by Kajix. No trinket for that one. Definitely not. Go road in the opener. Zuni might need to Thorns it up as soon as he can, maybe. Thorns is up. And Kajix doesn't want to do much. Trying to go for Sakon. Kajix just might have to get dotted, rotted. Zuni might just have to do that. Trying to get the dots. There's rolling blind. Trinket it out of it. Kajix could turn around with a stun. Going to be some damage onto Kajix. Some magic damage. And Zuni needs to get a trinket out of Kajix somehow. Get a shot onto Zuni. Does have a Barkskin. Not in bear form, so it's super fortunate for him. Big Vendetta rolling by Kajix. Roar. Kajix trinkets out of him immediately. Maybe Zuni could go for a bash. Big go. Does Zuni have any healing at all? I think it's over. Yeah, if only Zuni had a bash after that Cloak of Shadows and he could have went for a big go Incarn, it would have been a great spot. Yo, that was actually awesome, awesome duel. Long one, but an awesome duel. I actually enjoyed that one a lot. Yeah, no healing. Сейчас нету healer. Yeah, when it's not 100% dampening, there's no healing whatsoever, boys. Alrighty, let's see if we can get another up and running, yeah? You know, that was a long one, but actually, I thought that was kind of fun. Honestly, I enjoyed that one. I'm not even lying either. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. I usually hate long duels, but I enjoyed that one a lot. Halinka said the Blizzard are concerned. He didn't say anything about direct nerfs. The only abilities the Blizzard probably nerf is passive healing like Necro Shield or Druid Conduit. Well, they already are said that they want to nerf those things, the passive healing. But they also, Halinka did mention, maybe I should bring up the interview. Because like, what else would Halinka mean, right? What the hell else would Halinka mean when he says, let me see if I can find that interview with Pinruki. Because they probably have it transcribed, don't they? Okay. Largely make the game more offensive than less defensive. They want a world where in 3v3 you're playing the goaltender, but over time they wear down. That's what a lot of those are built for, I guess, on talents or classes. Rough targets for threes to be 3 or 5 minute games instead of like 10-minute, 20-minute games. There's a bit of balance between healing, feeling cool, and also have healing as part of the defensive kit. And that's what if you listen to the interview, he said he doesn't like the idea. Like if healing is part of your defensive kit, that's something they got to be worked on. So what else are they gonna do? They would obviously have to nerf the healing, the off healing. Like here's with shamans, you have wall, and outside of that you self heal. Paladin, you have shield of Venus, which is much of a defensive, and you self heal. So of course we need to nerf the defensive healing and change up the defensive toolkit. Maybe give those classes a better defensive toolkit in PvP. Maybe through non-talent, who knows? It's probably when the heal is locked down and the off healer starts bombing heals. How else are they going to fix it? Not touching the heals and keeping them as they are is not going to be the fix. So the only rational conclusion here is most likely the off healing is going to get nerfed in some sense. They might make these classes self defenses better in PvP in some way or another. Maybe throw non-talent. Maybe bake it into a non-talent that's pretty popular. Or just bake it into PvP. This class takes less damage in PvP. Because what else are they going to do? But they'll look at it. They'll look at it probably in the next few weeks. People have to die in PvP rather than make the game more lethal and less lethal. So the only visible conclusion I can come up to is they're probably going to be nerfing that healing. Which for paladins, I think paladins would probably agree. Like, would you rather just be like all healing based? Or would you rather just being able to tank up a rogue's burst and not die in the opener unless you trinket? Probably most people are like, you know what? Yes, healing is cool from time to time. Like maybe like during cooldowns, like during wings, off healing. I'm perfectly okay with that being really strong. But when it's just part of your defense toolkit, I don't know. I think, like, Pallies, talk to me. Would you rather have a defensive or just be tankier in PvP? Or do you like the fact that you heal for a ton? Next language you should learn, Turkish. I can help you. Yo, I only know Russian because I was born in Russia. Alex is ready? Is Atherman ready, boys? Is Ather ready? Я бы играл на Локе, если бы не топил Просто хочу, наверное, топить так Локи нрав. Ну нормально, мне нравится, когда ты на Локи. Я думаю, тебе это как его хорошо идет. What's up, Brago? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. What's up, Brago, my guy? Birds are fun to watch. Druids, yeah, they're kind of fun. Their druid duels have been pretty quick, by the way. If someone wants to 1v4, 1v5 gets rolling the disc, 1v5s, yes, 1v5, you lie. Ready? We got 3 druids, but one is booming to a feral. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. 3 druids is okay as long as one is boomy. And Zuni is boomy, that's perfectly fine with me. Watch a match between priests. We don't really get see too many priests, but this should be better hopefully next patch. You know what I mean? Fine about you. I'm doing pretty good, Bragg. I hope you're doing great, my man. Waiting for that 9-1, dude. Waiting for that announcement, dude. A lot of us have been waiting for it. Blizzard just gotta put up an announcement, be like, hey, here's 9-1. It's on 29th or whatever. Hey, get ready. You know what I mean? Like, they just gotta do it, dude. Just do it. Just do it. Just let us know. Stop making us wait, man. Just let us know some way, somehow. If they don't rework self-heal, it's like they love to say this task is beyond patch scope. I talked about it in context of rematch Sutra 3, which is almost logical with current design of the class to nerf off-healing, targeting your teammates, not yourself. No, they said defensive toolkit. They said defensive toolkit, which defensive means self. Again, like if you watch the interview, it doesn't sound to me like, it does sound like off-healing for allies, but also he's talking about defensive, like if that's what you need to survive. It's also too much in my in our opinion. Switch. We got us those 3 kitties, but that's okay. One of them is a boomy. 2 of them are cats. I mean, 3 druids. 2 of them are kitties. You watch, you open up on the biz. That's gonna be a pretty big opener. Not even letting the paladin play the game. Does get a shield of evidence off at the last second. You watch, it didn't have the biggest burst possible with the shadow blades. So Biz just took it to the face and just kept on ticking. Hodge onto Yawachi. Does he force the trick out of the rogue? Biz trying to make some damage happen. Not going for the big Seraphim play. Blind onto Yawachi. Trick instead of it. Blind back right at Biz. As Yawachi looking for a reset. Biz did sacrifice a stun and blind onto Yawashi. If he can get himself a next big stun onto Yawashi with a big gold, doing pop wings or nothing, he'll be in a great spot. Gonna be Yawashi with a shadow strike. That's gonna be blessing of protection first. Out by Biz trying to punish Yawashi. As comes out, the advantage by the rogue. Is looking for a bit of a reset. As soon as the blessing of protection is gone, must I go to shadow strike and maybe try Biz if he can. He knows he wants to. He knows you wanna. He knows you wanna. Biz is gonna have to wait out for him. On the team, we got us as Calix, we got us as Christina, Auraki, as well as Cries Bad. On the other team, we got us as Tyrier as a feral. And the rest of the boys, we'll take a look at them in a second. After watching Yawashi engage with Biz, gonna be a wings out for Biz. Does he have a hammer justice coming up for Yawashi very soon? Got the Hodge, got the wings, got the procs. Does he have the damage? Big final verdict. Does he have the wreck? Gonna be a shadow meld for Yawashi before he can get out, before the consecration comes down. So does let him survive it. On us team also got us as Ath, man, Cat, as well as Zuni. And Yawashi surviving with just a hair of health, dude. Just a little bit of health. Biz looking to find him, does get him out. Yawashi needs to get some sort of CC onto Biz immediately. Bow might be used for Biz just to survive whenever next CC, just to continue rolling. Get a shot. Does Biz trick it out of it? Does he bubble it? No, he doesn't. Yawashi might be able to get himself a scot-free reset. And that's exactly what he does. Oh my goodness. Biz looking for another eyeball. Got himself consecration just in case the rogue is there, trying to get sapped up. He knows the rogue is out there behind one of the pillars. He got to be really careful which pillar it is. He probably knows that it's Yawashi around this pillar at this point, right? There's no way he doesn't. He does get him in combat. He does get him in combat. He just gotta. Yawashi's trying to get a reset here again. Oh no, Yawashi does actually get away. Ooh, doesn't get a proper cheap shot open or nothing. Biz with a hot trigger for Yawashi. Blind. Does Biz have a go? Seraphim is up and ready to go big. Holy damage. Yawashi's done. Oh my god. He played that so well. Big blind off the rogue, dude. Biz taking the rogue out of the game. Just had to be a little more careful. That's all you got to do. Just be a little more careful. But this is fine. Tyrier is up next as a feral druid. Opened up with big damage onto Biz. Is he Necro Lord? He might be. Trying to go for that Ursul's. Trying to see if he can get the hell out of the way. As a fire kitty. Gonna be consecration. Oh, Terrier. None. Is it Terrier? Tyrier? TIE? TIE. I think TIE is fine. There's a TIE fighter. TIE fighter. Maim onto Biz. Ooh, Trinket's added with a rebuke for that Convoke. Shield event is up pretty early for Biz. With that Seraphim. Does have the shield popping on Tyrier. I'm gonna get his name wrong, dude. I'm gonna say it multiple ways. I'm so sorry ahead of time, boys. Biz trying to see if he can catch up to Ty. Quite unable to, though. He has like his full like starter set druid set, by the way. It does look pretty good. I haven't seen that in a while. Biz again with them consecrations, dude. A couple times it's saved him versus the Feral. Big stone onto Ty. Does Trinket late. It's gonna be a full final verdict is up. Ty unable to really catch himself line of sight. Big Swiftmans are up. Does have reduced rolling, but Biz got the damage that's better than Hots, and does slam the Feral out of the game. And Zuni makes sure to walk up, give him a little bit of bow, maybe scared Biz a little bit, just got a red up in his face on a mount. Biz is ready to go. Zuni's ready to go. Guess both of them are ready. Trying to get in combat with him. Yep, not even going for a reset, nothing. Zuni's like, hey, I'm gonna give it on a duel. Hey, walk up, back up just a hair, not super far. Hey, we ready? Ready? Throw a judgment? Alright, we're ready. Alright. Zuni even given Biz the opportunity to like get the start, get the opener, get everything. He's giving him that honor duel, but he's like, hey, you want a judgment? You want to do it? You want to? Okay, we're going. Perfectly fine with that. Perfectly okay with that. How is the Boomy going to fare against the Pally? Because Pally so far has been able to best the Rogue as well as the Feral. That's not an easy matchup for the Pally. Big shield events up for Biz. Blind onto Zuni. Does it go for a Trinket? Final wreck is up. Hammers are coming down. Does auto attack Zuni, and Zuni is going to have himself his own self heal rolling a little bit. Biz missing that interrupt on a cyclone. It's going to be a clone onto Biz. Shield event is still popping and clone. That's new. That's pretty new. Big up coming down for Zuni. Got himself lots of star surges flowing at Biz. Big damage from that one, dude. Huge damage. Actually, pretty good. Also, I wonder why he convokes while Biz is still on the cyclone. Does it like ramp up his cooldowns? Does it like let him ramp up damage and then walks out behind the pillar to like star surges Biz completely? Is that what's going on? Is that what happens? It's kind of tough to tell. Biz like of that line of sight though away from Zuni. Zuni's just trying to get up in his face with thorns. He's like, hit me, hug me, stand next to me. Big Seraphim's up for Biz. Hodge and Zuni. Trinket is out for the Druid. And Biz is looking for a bit of a reset. Seraphim is up. Did not go for final wreck, I don't think. I don't know if he has it up. It desync his Ashes and Seraphim just a hair. I wonder if he'll have everything available soon. He does have wings back up, so you gotta wait like 20 more seconds or so for Seraphim to be up. If he has a blind or a stun for Zuni, he might actually be able to go for the big go. Zuni better be very, very careful. But also Zuni gotta get aggressive himself too. He gotta really start forcing out defenses out of Biz, because that's gonna be Shield of Venus out soon. And that Shield of Venus together with the full burst of a pallet just gonna give him extra ammo. With a big burst. Zunia trying to make some damage happen. Shield of Venus is up. Creep at you with a membership. My guy, how you doing? My man Zunia got himself plenty. Our defense is rolling. Big frenzy regen. As we are 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes into the duel. Big knockback on to Biz. Okay, we got a hashtag creep at you for 36 months membership. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Can we get a hashtag creep at you? 36 months. That is huge. Bark's going up for Zuni. Biz, does he have enough? Does he have the blind to go? He does. Try to see if he might be able to get the one shot with the blind. Seraphim is up. Hammer's thrown. Big wreck. Big hammer. Roar by Zuni. Blessing of protection up for Biz. Just to get out of that roar. Zuni can go for all the magic damage he wants to. Can go for all the roots while through the blessing of protection. But he does survive the big burst out of the pallet. I think he tried to go for a knockback. I don't know how that did not work out. Zuni had no health whatsoever. Does go down. It looks like Biz takes him out. That's crazy. Oh, and Kit Kat, another Feral, unable to get a proper opener onto Biz. That consecration use is so good for him. Maim onto Biz. No way out of it. Convoke taking him out. At the end there, what else could you do, dude? That Convoke is just... You're just Dunsky. You're just done. There's literally nothing you can do, man. You're done. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 8 minutes in a duel. Bit of dampening, 20% Christina open up on the Kit Kat with a big old combo. Gonna be defensive stance, bear form, everything. Athman went to burn Zuni's body. I think in I think I'm starting to be disrespectfully, but it's just so you have cats and bears running clawing at each other in the background. Gonna be a big old bash onto Christina. Kit Kat has no health or Christina chicken. He does chicken. I think Kit Kat is on. Gets a stone to Christina. Does he have health? Oh, skull bash at the very end. Man. Yeah, Kit Kat used quite a lot of CDs in order to get the damage onto the Pala. And I guess he didn't have a trinket for it either. Because he just got an open or convoke and just put pressure on the guy and just continued pressing the thumb on him the whole time. Athaman rooted out. Callie's just taking a knee for Zuni, I guess. Big stun by Atho. Christina does have emergency healing available. Atho been trying to make this final verdicts happen. Big damage while available for Christina. Does have himself even more self heals rolling. As Atho did have full cooldowns ready. Blind Christina can go for more final verdicts if he wants to. Got plenty of hammers in there. But he doesn't really chain the blind and stun together. I wonder if he would have had the kill if he chained both of them. Rebuke maybe does get a rebuke for that reason. Athaman fights with a super low health though. As soon as Shield of Vengeance is down, he actually has no health. Instant adaptation out of that clone. Does he have enough to finish off Christina? Christina got himself self-heals a little bit. Shield of Vengeance popping back at him. Regrowths are available. Bash onto Atha. Does a Word of Glory is rolling. If he just keeps the Feral in combat, he might be in a great spot. With that ASUS, he's not going to let Christina hang around too much behind the wall. He's just going to take damage, and I don't think he can recover this. I think he's eventually going to rot out from the ASUS, especially if he stands in it. Thrones are up for Christina. Maim into Atho. Blessing of protection. Christina no health. From downtown, Atho takes him out. Just a big old hammer throw. Are he finally able to play the game? Not against a rogue. Actually able to play against another proper class. Paladin will be the one. Big stun into Sunder onto Atha. That's Arhi trying to get himself some damage rolling. Going to be a trinket out of that stun. Does a wall rolling. Going to be wind strikes from a distance with a slow by Atha. And does Arhi not have some movement? Does have to pop in a ghost to maybe catch up to Atha. Should be able to do so. Should be able to interrupt him as well. Wind strikes is still available. Oh, he lost a little bit of that value, but still getting big damage into Atha. Massive healing for Atha as the Chain Harvest comes out. While available for Arhi, just so he can kind of maintain himself, staying on top of Atha, continuing the pressure. Did drop down to grounding in case there was going to be a Hodge from Atha. Did Atha Hodge? He blinded. I don't know if he has a Hodge still available. He still might. As Atha does have wings coming up very, very soon. So he actually might still be able to have a pretty decent go. Arhi does have the Earth Elemental up, so it's going to give him that extra health bolster to roll with the punches, to roll with the damage. 11 minutes is 38% dampening. It's starting to put pressure on both of them with the self-healing, but the self-healing out of these two classes is probably the best. Big old Hex into Atho does not drop down, does not proc adaptation actually. I'm surprised. Could it be a stun? Atho does not get stunned. He walks right out of it. You're trying to make some damage onto Arhi, but him being an orc, he doesn't sit those stuns long at all. Trying to get those frost shocks onto Atha. Trying to get the damage rolling. Big crashes coming down. And Atha looking for a little bit of a reset himself. Wings up back up, trying to make some damage happen. Bubble available back for Atha. Actually has nothing to lose and everything to gain here. Just trying to make some pressure onto Arhi. Arhi rotating that wall in a very short CD is going to be a Hex at Atha. Does not get busted out of that Hex. I don't know how. Does that Hex just not long enough at all? Or maybe he sunders. Maybe that's why. Maybe sundering does create a bit of a DR with Hex. That will probably explain it. Athaman actually taking lots of damage. Word of Glory is keeping him alive. Does have another Wings procs. Arhi could maybe get himself a big setup. If he has himself Wind Fury Totem, this could be lots of damage for Atha. He better be extra careful. Arhi is trying to see if he can set up a stun to Atha. Does get to Athaman. Doesn't sit it long at all though. Human rations out of it. Stun onto Arhi. Going to be a trinket for Arhi as well. Trying to see if he can survive the damage. Final verdict is debuffing him, so he's taking more holy damage. But he does get to bow out of there as Ghost will Hex from afar. Does get the adaptation out of Atha. But still got plenty of Word of Glory. He's tried to door shadows around the corner for Arhi. And Arhi needs that Maelstrom. Does sneak away, heal really quickly at pretty high dampening. Going to be some totems down for Arhi. I think a Grounded Totem as well as Wind Fury. Could maybe make some big damage with a Wind Fury. If he just gets good procs. Athaman goes in for a blind. Does he have a Hodge to follow? Does he go aggressive here? And Arhi, I don't know if Doom Winds is available for him anymore. I don't know if he has it back up. throwing down a Hex of the Atho, but it is again DR'd. He's gonna interrupt that port. Oh no. Archie might be able to steal Dora Shadows either way. Unless Atho had an answer. Yep, still gonna be able to Dora Shadows out of the way. Athman back up with bubbles, so he's actually just fine. Archie, I think, needs to give himself a little bit extra second wind, a little bit extra momentum rolling. Because he needs to bust out the bubble from Atho, survive the next set of wings, and then finish the job. Or he needs to just get the most amount of bursts together, surprise Athman with some amazing bursts out of nowhere. I imagine Ascendance together with Doom Winds, together with maybe like a really clutch Chain Harvest, and hope that bad boy crits. That might be the way to go. Hodge onto Archie. It didn't even look like Archie was in line of sight for him, but he was apparently. So he does survive the stun for a second. Wings is still rolling. So Atho still has plenty of damage. Ascendance is coming up as well as available for Archie. Does not have Ghost Wolves just yet. There's going to be bubble really early out of Atho. Does not want any surprises like I thought he might be able to live through. And Archie still survived the bubble. Wait, this actually is not a complaint of the game. Archie could turn this around. Sunder onto Atho. Does he have a stun to follow? Archie had no health whatsoever, and Atho does end up taking him out. That is super unfortunate. That is actually unfortunate. Actually super unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Is it Kajix? Is it Kreisbad next? Oh, it looks like Kreisbad as a Destro, dude. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's done. Crazy. It's going to be a slow onto Atho in the opener. Ashton Hollow getting used up. This is going to throw a fear. Big old Kazbot setting up versus Atho. Man. This is without a bubble. Shield of Vengeance. He does at least have Ashen Hollow to give him some healing, but just Shield of Vengeance burned through so quickly. Into an Infernal. Cosmet is just back to his roots, man. He was just trying to put some of those weights on his in his clothes to slow him down a little bit so he could be at the same pace to make it more of a even match for him. But as soon as he pops in a Destrom, it is over, dude. It's Gonski. Yo, Biz actually had himself such a good game against all these druids, all these rogues, man, back to back. Very well played, dude. Very well played. That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. Do we do more, boys, or are we done ski? Do we do more, or are we done ski, boys? USL. We actually had quite a lot of good duels today, dude. I enjoyed this a lot. Completely broke a legendary for Warlock. First week, Lego broke 100% crit chance, but 3% damage ward. Second week, 100% crit ward. Chance to demon bolt by 100, but not make crit chance 100. 10% crit chance. My Lego made it to 20%. For 2 hours, Lego broken. Be sure to report it in bug reports so that they are aware and can fix it next Tuesday or later this week. They tend to do small fixes in mid weeks. Yeah, if the ledger is broken, all you could really do at that point is report it and hopefully they fix it. You know what I mean? Places up. Pallies is always it. Come on, dude. Pallies, what do you mean? We have a couple Pallies in here, Atho and Biss. But Pallies have usually not have been dominating these duels today. In fact, Athoman did pretty well. The Rogue dismantled these boys pretty easily. Doing pretty good overall. So if someone 1v4s, 1v5s, they get a roll on disc. Yep, it's a champion roll. So if someone 1v5s, they get a champ roll. The Rogue, he did 1v4. If that's what you're asking, Ellie. Kajix. I'm not against it, I guess. I guess if that SAS Rogue wanted to be like, yo, that's me. Send me a screenshot, that's you. I'll give you a roll. Our group is done for? That's all good, man. That's all good. That's perfectly fine. The fact that we even got some groups together for you, man, I was happy just to have you guys in. I appreciate you guys for joining. That's you. Yo, do you have Discord? Or do you have our Discord? So just keep the Discord. You have me. Just send a screenshot that that's you. Then write some, and once I know that's you, just to make sure, just write some message in chat. I give you champion roll. It's not like we're super like, oh, we got to make sure to check your background check to make sure that's all you know what I mean. I just want to make sure the real boys are the real boys. Yeah, that's you. Write something in the oh, it's you right here. Bam, here we go. Your name is Blue, my man. Enjoy it. Champions roll right there. I did like you playing Assassin, by the way. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that you stuck to your guns playing Assassin 1v4. I was impressed. Palace of Pete, what do you mean? What about Warlocks and Pharaohs, man? Palace, I'm not the one saying Palace OP, man. I'm not the one saying it. I'm not the one. Yeah, I guess to everybody, every class out there, like, you always have a counter. Like, for Rogue, it's like, what do you mean Rogue's don't power? What about Warriors? What about Paladins? Because we can deal with every other class besides those two really well. Did this already, and my community, and all my community did that. Good. So let us usual. What's up, Sykes? Yo, Brizass, how you doing, my man? Brizass, no. Necro Feral counters Rogue hard, like full bear form. Yeah, I imagine. I wonder if they'll try to deal with try to nerf that down a little bit. Try to nerf it down a bit. Yo, Chroma, you don't mind if I give you a nickname? I'll still keep it Chroma. K. Shooks. Is that right? Hold on. I need to make sure I get your name right. Because it's KGUX, I think. Okay, I got you. Just so I remember, it's just for me, so I know who's who. Cool. Just so I remember who's who, man. Chroma. Kajix. Oh, it's like a Khajiit. Khajiit's the rogue. Can I do that? Are you cool with that? Yo, Kajix, Eli, peep in the Discord. Are you cool with that? Just so I know who's who. It helps me out because I have some of those nicknames for some of the guys, like Carrier, for example. Like I have his one and only, just so I make sure I know who that is. Because I always called them one and only, and that reminds me every single time. If you're cool with it, let me know. If you have like something else, cool. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Boys, I'm hoping we see some big news for Shadowlands 9.1 at least by Tuesday. Tomorrow we're gonna have our duels over in PTR, boys. By the way, while I have you guys here, tomorrow's duels are on PTR. If you guys don't know how to download PTR, I have a pin in the general section on my disk in the general room. But if you guys want to download PTR, here's a quick video, a quick guide how to do it. It's really easy. We'll literally go over on here. So you go to the video, it gives you the website, account.blizzard.com/games, like a disk. If you don't have disk, if you look at your BNet, and you look at your different WoW games, and you don't have PTR, that's how you do it. Okay? Real quick, we're doing them tomorrow on PTR for 9.1 stuff. Testing out new honor talents, having some fun with it. Letting people give opportunity to try some builds and all that. And all you have to do is go to Account Blizzard, sign in, and it'll be like your games and subscriptions. I don't know what music they have going on there, so I'm gonna mute it. And scroll down. If you don't have PTR added, you just scroll down and you create a PTR test realm. Added, then restart your BattleNet, and you can download PTR. PTR can copy your live folder or share your live folder with PTR. And it will take like seconds to download in comparison to re-downloading the whole thing. So do that share thing, or start the download, let it make the folder for PTR, copy your whole WoW folder, copy it, not cut it, copy, and then paste the copy into the PTR, and it'll basically update itself. It'll take much faster than having to reinstall it. Much faster. So do that for tomorrow. We'll do PTR duels tomorrow. I'll make sure to announce it ahead of time, as best as I can if I remember. Actual Santa's Necro Hunter Lego got nerd. By the way, dude, that Necro Hunter Lego is insane. Even if it's just 2 explosions, it's nuts. I tried it and it's very strong. They probably nerfed it for a reason. Apparently, remember the PvP change trinket. Yeah, apparently it's like with PvP talent. Bosses damage. Whoa, that's actually that's kind of nutty. Wonder if they will keep that in the game. That's nuts. Any fellas in the chat? I'm pretty sure there's some fellas in the chat somewhere. I'm gonna blast, not gonna lie. That's awesome, Eli. That's awesome, my man. That's all I care about, is you guys are having fun, man. That's all I care about. But yeah, hopefully, because look, if the patch actually does come out 29th, right? If the patch actually does come out 29th, right? Which is Tuesday for us, 30th for you guys on EU. They gotta make an announcement by 15th. They have to say something by then, because that'll be 2 weeks. And I'm hoping, dude. I'm hoping. I am very much hoping. Honestly, I'm so passionate about it, because patch 9.1 looks pretty much ready. The PvP updates are there. The gear and changes are there. The new dungeon is fucking awesome. The new raid is really cool. I'm really excited, dude. We need some new stuff at this point. We just need new stuff at this point. Dueli все, я думаю. Завтра я думаю PTR. Завтра я думаю PTR. У нас не было так много командов на Европе и на европейских лайв-серверов. Может быть, завтра будет больше людей на PTR. В следующей неделе мы, думаю, мы будем пятницу. Ну как его, пятница для меня, у вас так воскресенье уже. Ram-info. У меня пятница, у вас воскресенье утро. Ну, понимаете, все, о чем говорю, когда говорю пятница, так? Ну, в следующей неделе, 18-го мое время, вас будет как между будет дуэли лайв-серверов в Европе. Dude, I'm trying to speak Russian with you boys as much as I can, and I'm so bad at it, but I'm starting to like pick up some words. I think I'm starting to get a little bit better at it. My god. Let's go, dude. But yeah, boys, some more PTR duels. Hopefully I have some kind of... Is that Russian? It isn't Russian. It is Russian. I was born in Russia. I don't speak Russian that often. I don't speak Russian that often. Like, I used to speak with my family in Russian. I stopped. I literally... Mom talks to me in Russian. I talk to her in English. We understand each other just fine. But yeah, I don't barely speak Russian, but whenever there's Russian viewers in chat, I try to hit them with that Russian, dude. You know what I mean? I try to do what I can. Try to explain things. Especially Arky, he actually has no idea what I'm saying when I speak English. So I try to respond to him in Russian. If Friday Saturday for us, it's Saturday for us, but for us it is midnight when you start streams. Yeah. But for me, right? For me, the way I look at like midnight, for me, like as much as you will say like 12 a.m. is the next day. For me, it doesn't really make, like, I understand it, but to me, I still will talk about it, and I'll still almost treat it like it's not the next day until the sun comes up, right? So when I say, like, Friday night, late night, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., it's still night of that Friday, you know what I mean? It just... I understand why people like 12 a.m. Saturday, it's 1 a.m. Saturday in the morning, but it's like it's not morning. The sun isn't out. I grew up that way. Okay, it's not even an American thing either. Okay, all right, okay. That's what my family did. It always made sense in my head. You know what I mean? Everybody understand what I mean, though. Talking to Kren about it, she is exactly the same way, dude. Dalaran. Wait, what? Подтягивай русский язык. Oh, okay. That took me a second. I didn't know what he meant by that. Подтягивай русский язык, если не лень. Подтягивай. He's basically saying like, practice that Russian a little bit. Sorry for spamming. I'm stupid. Alchemy. You're good. Thank you. You're good, QAO. You're good, my man. You're good. I'm happy you're in the stream, my dude. Happy you're having fun. I just think I'm the only Russian here who doesn't torch it down with us instead. Just with my English. Are you good, Danger? Your English is really good. And also, I've actually peeped some of your... What is it? It was a stream of you playing... I can't remember if it was TBC or something else. It was a stream of yours. And YouTube recommended me, and I just kind of lurked for a bit. Dude, your Russian sounds so eloquent. I feel like the only time I've really ever heard Russian language is like people in the countryside, Bald and Bankrupt. You know the guy that's bald, that's like travels Soviet countries. Was like PewDiePie's favorite channel or whatever. I watch his vlogs from time to time, and he would go to like countryside all over Russia, mostly in like the boonies. you know, the really countryside, and it's like the Russian there is like different, but you have like such eloquent Russian dude, like educated Russian boy with like that good education, you know what I mean? It just sounds so good. It sounds so good. Because for the longest time I would like listen to a Russian language and I was like, after speaking English for so long, I was like, listen to the Russian language, I'm like, it doesn't sound as good as I remember it. But then it's like, I feel like it all depends who is speaking it. People English and Russian and nerf. nerf Russian, dude. Easy. Alright, boys. Thank you so much. Большое спасибо, что посетили на стрим. Большое спасибо, то, что вы смотрели. Записывайтесь, и вижу вас в следующий раз. A little bit of Russian here. Thank you boys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Duels tomorrow, PTR. Thank you so much. I'll see you all boys next streamer, you know. Alrighty, boys. Peace.